All right, guys. Welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. All right, let me know if you're hearing me well and everything is coming through your speakers and you're checking in. Let me know if everything is running. Yes. Welcome to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do make sure to smash the like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're a member of the channel, bless up to you, lovely people. And how to become a member, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the lines. So as you saw by the title, this one is going to be served for Reggae Boyz Abroad, our series, yes. But within that series, we have potential Reggae Boyz that we're going to be discussing, which is Greenwood and also Malik Mothersille. But big performances came from Anderson and Russell. We want to add them on it. We still want to talk about Leon Bailey and Ethan Pinnock and also others that is deeper in other leagues that most people don't talk on. So that's what we want to do today. We have a 2-hour show kind of scheduled for you lovely people. All right, let me try and make sure we big up everyone inside the chat. All right, yes, let me know if you're hearing me well. Just drop a 1 if you're hearing me well, and if you're not hearing well, drop a 2. All right, I think it's saying that my mic is perfectly fine here. Yes, because I'm working on a few things. Lamar Williams, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Coris, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Joseph Brown, Triple E, big up yourself. Mellow Sonic, El Mexi, Jeremiah, Float Management, and Ty in the building. Big up yourself, all of you lovely people. Yeah, man. So we have a lot to talk on. But let me start with the more recent one, because a lot of you guys ask me what's up with Greenwood, and I saw an article, someone sent me an article, maybe not for the reason that I am using it for today, which is to alert you guys on what the JFF stated is going on with Greenwood. That's what I am actually sharing it for, but that was not the reason they sent it to me. All right, yes. Tonian, thanks for being here. Stets in the building. Junior, Wisdom and Knowledge. Fitzroy in the building with Mike Livingston. All right, so we're going to flip over to the detailing screen so we can have the conversation. All right, so you're seeing the first one, which is Mason Greenwood. So in the Star, and I think more than one things, one outlets in Jamaica, so the Gleaner, Star, and everything. It was written from Fitzroy Simpson, and that's what the publication stated. Yes, so we're going to go with it. So they said, Simpson, no change in Greenwood's situation. I'm going to go through it, what they've stated here. Reggae Boyz team manager Roy Simpson said there has been no change to the Greenwood situation, despite some weekend reports claiming that the Marseille striker has been approved by FIFA to make the switch from England to Jamaica. All right. Big baller Benzema, big up yourself. Kevin Jones, big up yourself. So that was the first part. We're going to continue, but I want to keep that in. I'm going to break it down after reading it out. All right, let me go through it first. According to Daily Sports, a highly regarded football news website, Greenwood is set to return to international football wearing Reggae Boyz colors. So that's what they are trying to rebuttal, right? All right. The report stated that FIFA has approved the 23-year-old forward's one-time nationality switch from from England to Jamaica. Greenwood qualifies to represent Jamaica through his father. However, and that kind of mixed up because I heard that it is his mother. So I don't know why they kept using the father situation. But I told you guys I've stayed a little bit clear from the Greenwood situation. But maybe I have to do some extra details to figure out which parent, right, and what's going on with this player to be exact. All right. Yes. But I will get it for the next stream. This is just directly responding to what I've seen in the article. Best as documentary, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Guys, as I come in, make sure to smash the like button as soon as I come in so the visibility is there. So by the time we're finished with 2 hours, we are maybe on 150, 200 likes. All right? Yes. So let me continue here. The Gleaner, we left off right here. Greenwood qualifies to represent Jamaica through his father. However, which is up in the air because we heard that it is his mother. All right. And if both of them are Jamaicans, that simply means it's both of them. All right. Yes. So, all right. Let me continue. However, Simpson told the Gleaner that there has been no change in his situation and that FIFA still requires a piece of document from his parents for him to acquire his passport. All right. So pretty much from JFF standpoint, he doesn't have a passport, and in order for him to do the passport itself, because clearance is still different, because he could go and do his passport now if he qualifies to be a Jamaican. But you still need to pass a lot of other things aside from just the passport. So clearance, and that's what they're talking about. All right? Yes. Let me continue here. Nothing has changed. It's still being worked on, Simpson said. While noting that the family has asked of them to refrain from speaking on developments publicly until things are finalized. All right, this is very much important. Very much important. All right. So while noting that the family has asked of them to refrain from speaking on developments publicly until things are finalized. The family has asked us not to speak on it, but nothing has changed, he insisted. All right. So that's where it is for Macy Greenwood, according to Mr. Simpson. Could a player get his passport without him knowing? Yes, technically, but at the same time, it has to come to the papers. If he wants to play for Jamaica, the papers that will be connecting to FIFA has to come to the JFF, and clearly he would have had access to it if that's the case. But he could still get his passport, his physical passport, without anyone knows. All right. So you might hear people saying that he has his passport already, but he still requires other things for him to play for Jamaica. But at this point, I don't know what the true situation is. We have to take it as to what they said. All right, because I think they are the ones that are directly in connection with this player. I don't think they have dealt with any other player but this player. All right, yes. What I would say, the fact that they're saying the family said not to speak on the matter and they came out and spoke on the matter, it seems to me like it's kind of confusing, because if someone says that you should not do this and you're publicly going out, even though you're saying that you are trying to counter another argument. But remember, you are the one speaking with these individuals that you want to play for Jamaica, which is Mr. Green, right? And they said, don't speak on it until everything is finalized. I think you shouldn't come and speak on it regardless. You understand me? Yes. So that's something that you could look at, and I could see where people are having problems with it, to say that why are you trying to break the wishes of what the people you're dealing with ask? And you're publicly stating that that's what they had asked you to do. All right? Yes. So I think you could find problems here and there. So Macy Greenwood, nothing has changed according to Simpson. Could he get his papers and maybe wait and come in to get the final thing? Yes, things like that could happen. But I highly doubt that's the case. All right. Yes. So we have JT Vivo in the house. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Lanjo says Greenwood not going to play for JA. He's waiting for England to call him. Okay. Well, Lanjo, nobody said that at no point, so I can't put that out there. I will wait on your opinion at some point of the show, but based on what I've gotten here, I only can talk on what I've gotten here. All right? Yes. But if you have that as your opinion, it's cool to have. All right? Because I know a lot of people share the same sentiments. Corey said, Simpson sounds like an informer. Well, if he's informing people, it's informing people. It's not a bad thing, you know. I think it's Jamaica changed the word informant, you know? Yes, to making informing anything inform as a bad thing. But to inform people is to enlighten them to whatever subject here you're talking on. All right? Yes, that is the meaning of inform. All right? So I don't know why Jamaica has to have different meaning for every single word. Make it. Big up yourself. Thanks for being there. Massive respect. And Lamar said, JD, sometimes the parents listen to how YouTubers talk on their kids and sometimes oppose to them representing Jamaica. That is definitely possible. But because I don't know that to be the case in this instant, I can't say that is the case, all right? Remember, the family told him not to speak on it. That's why I said, of course, people could call him out, because if you're publicly saying that they say they should not speak on it, and you feel the need to come out and quash arguments, that tells you something is... It's like you're a limelight person. You understand me? Yes. So I can understand where you guys get that from, all right? So any argument wants to derive from this topic, which is on Mr. Greenwood, feel free. All right, Mommy Greenwood, big up yourself if you watching the live. All right, no problem. Wisdom and knowledge said, JD, if Mason don't play Gold Cup, it doesn't make no sense getting him. Honestly, it's dragging out, and he can come and be a major flop in the region. It's okay, Wisdom, to say that a player can be a major flop, right? This is the discussion piece. We are done with the what they have stated on Mason Greenwood, all right? So this is the discussion piece. Wisdom said he could, if he doesn't come and play for Gold Cup, he shouldn't come any at all, because he could be a major flop. What say you guys? Yes or no on that? Let me know, all right? Let me know what's your take on what Mr. Wisdom said right there. For me, context matters. We are in a region that is a lower region than the world standard, right? Chin says no. No. All right, guys, if you're in, just drop a comment and let me know what's your statement, because we're trying to organize the show so it's coherent for people to listen back, because a lot of people told me that they listen it as a podcast, so we want to stick to the subject. So I'm giving my opinion on it now, and you guys drop in your opinion as well. All right, so for me, context matters. Greenwood is a top player in world football. A top player in world football, right? Greenwood is a top player in world football. Way above Concacaf level. Way above Concacaf level. I think most people would agree, right? So it's two ways you look at it. The region that he's coming in, which is Concacaf level, is above Concacaf level in talent and also current performance. Yes. Competition for places. Liam Bailey, Damara Gray, Kaheim Dixon, Cephas. Those are the four players that he's competing with presently. So put that in your context right there, Wisdom. And let me know if you're comparing the player to himself, or you're comparing the player to the positions that he's going to be in, which is the region that he's coming in, and also the players that he's going to be competing with, because all of those things matters. And if you're saying that, what I've just explained, I think he cannot be a flop. All right, because he's having a better season than all of the other players, and also the region is above the region. So even if he drops down to the level of the region, it might still turn out good for him. But if you go into footballing metrics, anyone can be a flop, but it's not going to be on him, because Jamaica team is not a team that is so cohesive. You understand? We are still chopping and changing with coaches and all sorts of things and systems and everything. So it could come down to a lot of things and not just him. All right? So he could come now for the Gold Cup and still flop because of the situation that Jamaica is in. You understand me? So it's hard for you to just jump and say that he would be a flop. You understand me? Yes. All right. So, and I wouldn't really agree with it so that way. All right. Top players, yes, with a system that won't complement his style of play. So that means he will flop regardless. Wisdom, he will flop regardless. You understand me? And that's what we're just explaining. So it's a good thing that I've broken down every single thing. Float management said it doesn't matter even if he comes in the fall. That's good. World Cup qualifiers after June will be September to November. So anytime Greenwood come, he will be good. And Lanjo said only time JA going to see Greenwood is when the England World Cup squad is listed, and he's not in it. All right. Okay, thank you, Lanjo. Okay. All right. But we only can talk on what we know, and we are talking on a conversation piece coming from the JFF. All right. And they are talking strongly like they are in conversation with the player. Joseph Brown said, we need Greenwood anytime he decides or not decides. I am open to him joining. Always keep the door open as long as he doesn't play for another country. Travis, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. JD, what I'm saying, he could come here and don't play nothing because of the squad. But that's what I've explained. I've tried to bring all the scenarios in so we can have more clarity towards what you could have meant, because I never knew. I am not in your brain. And I have clicked one of those scenarios, wisdom. So, well said. I can agree to that because I had said that as well. Jamaica strive of individual brilliance, so it will work. So Tony said it will work regardless because Jamaica strives of individual brilliance. Tony, you could be right there. So let me know what wisdom says on that topic from Tony. And Tony says they strive on individual brilliance. So what about that side? And he would have been the most individualistic talent, clear talent. Yeah. All right. Joseph Brown said, I think if the coach was a competent coach, most of these top players would be here already. From the moment he said top players want to play for England, I know he wasn't vested in getting us better. So Joseph is saying that he doesn't believe in the coach at this point. Wayne Swire says midfield is Jamaica's biggest issue, and if we don't fix this, we will make any big player look average. Okay, we are getting some good comments. Then we have our brother before the game. Massive respect before the game. Thanks for being here. Yeah, man, we are asking about you the other day, or for you the other day. It's clear that wisdom doesn't have... No, you can't say that, Junior. He gave his take, and I had said a few of those as well. All right. Alj said he will come to the national team and look very average. Bailey effect. Ooh. Stefan Jardine said, would Greenwood be best served to take over Antonio roles? Yes, I think so. I think what I've realized Jamaica team, because it is so because Jamaica team is so unpredictable. Movements would actually help them. Freedom of movement. So if Greenwood comes in playing the striker role, Ilian Bailey can play striker, Demar Gray can play striker, and Bobby Reed can play striker. So if they have a front four, the freedom of movements might just help them over the time that they're trying to set a system in. You understand me? Yes. Thanks for the subscription, Mr. Premier 7. Having a top coach is good, but if the system isn't there to facilitate what the coach is about, then nothing will work. Look at Manchester United, but look at what you said, having a top coach. Well, all top coaches comes with their system. It will take time for their system to go in, but all top coaches comes with a system. And Amarim, I wouldn't say he's a top coach as yet. He's a coach on the upcoming. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Yeah. So I understand where you're trying to lead to, but Pep goes to Manchester City, he has his system. How long it's going to take to implement, that is different. All right, so all top coaches has their system. Klopp, Gegan pressing, tiki taka coming from Pep Guardiola, Xavi Alonso, which did it for one season. It's a different type of pressing, Gegan pressing, but it still works. So they have their identity. It's how much players you're going to get around that to get it in full effect, and how long those players are going to get to adjust to it. All right, but I understand where you're trying to lead to, but all top coaches has their system. All right, Sean, bless up to you. Hope all is well with you and the family. I think you're slacking up on your YouTube job. Yes, I had sent you something and I've not gotten any reports, so not good enough from Big Bad Sean. We do have a midfield. They just not picking the right players. That is true. And we are going to move on now to the next topic. So this was Macy Greenwood. Dr. Era said, bless up Billy African Diamond. That is more like it. African. That it. Yes, that African is lovely to put in the name. Duvan says, we need quality players around Greenwood so that he can score goals like how he's doing it for Marseille. But Duvan, we have Leon Bailey, we have Damara Gray, we have Bobby Reed. Leon Bailey, they dub him as one of the best speed dribblers in the world. Martin, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Hope everything is alright with you as well. However, when I say system, I am relating mostly to those who are above the coach. But all right, I will tackle that a little bit later because I want to make sure I go through all the subjects so I can. But I will remember to tackle it though. All right, Rich Toy, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right, so Duvan, one of the best close control dribblers in world football for a long time was still Damara Gray. I remember when they were talking about Damara Gray and Riyad Mahrez in the Premier League as two of the best dribblers. So two of the best, one speed dribble and one close control dribbler. So two of the best dribblers over the last 10 years in two different departments will be with him. And you're saying we still need more quality. So, didn't got any... Okay, I'm going to check again. Because maybe I'm old. Yeah, sometimes that can work, you know. Yeah. All right. So I think we have the quality. You know. At least we have the quality now. All right. We have some quality for now to get something out of Greenwood. And we have to put everything in context. We're in the Concacaf region. You can't tell me that Bailey and Damara Gray with Macy Greenwood is not good enough for the Concacaf. How much more talent we truly want? At some point, we have to start pointing out that it's somewhere different. The problem lies somewhere different. All right? At some point, we have to start calling out that because that might be more the problem than the actual quality you need because you keep on wanting quality. But at what point we are going to say that we have enough quality so we should start seeing some results. All right, Rich Toy, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yeah, man. Wisdom said, we got quality, but the coaching system isn't complementing the players, JD. But Wisdom, that's why I've made sure to acknowledge that we have Leon Bailey. We talked about what they did and what they have done on a world scale. And if that's the case, if you're going to take that to be true, that simple tells me that we have enough already. You know, we should be talking about the results or else. So we should be talking about standards. All right. I'm late. I joined late, JD. Wagwan and Greenwood. Tell you what. The Jerome, they said no changes. It is still in the works, and that's about it. But you can always pull back these videos and then catch up after. All right? Yes, because it's going to become repetitive, and I'm not going to give the other topics their just due time. All right? Tycoon, bless yourself. Thanks for being here. Sia and my brother said, big up JD. We need this kind of analysis in the space. Well, I am here, and I'm doing my thing. Crystal Image Production. I am very much great, you know. I'm just here with the family and trying to live life the best way possible, you know, and being grateful as well that we got up another day to see another day. Yes, and you know, we can have the platform to enlighten people, you know. Yes. Yes, so Chris, bless himself, thanks for being here. Massive respect. So that is Mr. Greenwood. We have given Mr. Greenwood 25 minutes. All right, so we're going to open the platform so people can come on. So it's just to set the stage for each one of these topics. And if in the future I should return and want to clip them, it makes it much more easier to clip them. All right, so that's why. Agree, JD. The coach needs to step up his game. We need to start seeing results. I think that is what we keep on avoiding, and that's what we should pay more attention to, which is we need results, because we have the quality always. So what we always do is try to avoid the problem. Oh, we need more quality. We need no quality. No, man, Jerome. Okay, all right, no problem. Because Minister said, Jerome, I never know disrespect or anything. It's just me trying to be more coherent, you know, to the viewers. They saying the whole is great. This saying the whole is greater than the sum of its parts means that a complex system or entity can be more valuable, powerful, or effective than the sum of its individual components, which would suggest. Well, it makes sense to me, you, and maybe all the viewers, right? But to others, because if you look back with that statement, that wouldn't work out with the 1998. They can't come off the 1998. You understand me? Because you would have flipped that from not a national team, but a overall region. And then when you look at the quality of the region and how to impact that quality, it wouldn't come off the same. You understand? Yes. Not getting no result with Meron Garden around the team. All right. So that is one. All right. So we are going to be talking about John Russell. We've talked on him the other day. I think John Russell's form puts him in a bracket of maybe the first best player overall that is currently playing in the Jamaica national team, because the others that would have rivaled him, some ain't playing, some injured. All right, so I think aside from Daniel Johnson, he is the actual best playing midfielder we have in general everywhere on planet Earth. Picture this, JD. Playing Leon Gray, Mason, Amid Warner Brown. That front four is massively dangerous. This Warner Brown thing that people sold on, I have gone back and checked as much, you know, and Warner Brown ain't in the same level as Liam Bailey and those guys. I think we have to be careful of what we jump to push. I think the kid got an opportunity. Let him keep on building. I think you have to, if you're playing top players, just keep on playing top players. I'm very sorry, people, but I think certain teams will make Warner Brown look very average. You know, I like his intensity. I told you I like what he offers. Don't get me wrong, but certain teams expose a lot of lack of experience. So if I'm playing Macy Greenwood, Leon Bailey, I will never put Warner Brown on the field. For what reason? If Macy Greenwood comes, it's hard for me to pick Warner Brown, because I'm going to start looking for more fleet-footed strikers, more winger strikers, to keep the system, to maximize my system that I'm trying to play. And obviously, you would try to get somebody to flip that, and I wouldn't go for Warner Brown. I would have gone for Stuart or one of them. Somebody that I know is playing at a higher level. Because sometimes, guys, we get fixated. Remember, I've told you guys, go back and watch football for Jamaica. Jamaica does this a lot of times. We pick weaker players against weaker teams. They score goals, and it holds back Jamaica team for the last 40 years. Not saying the player doesn't have any potential, but I'm telling you, against higher level players, he's going to be exposed. And you're going to waste minutes, just like what we did with Trevante Stewart against Canada. Remember, good guys. All right? So sometimes the players them can look good for a period, because even the same game that we played, Warner Brown played for a certain time, and he was pressing in pretty much patches. At a certain point, he was getting run out of the game, because when they move it to wide transitions, he never knew how to close it down. I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming him for all the close down, but it's tough. It's tough. They need more reps, people. Players need more reps. For me, that is. If you guys have any other say, I have no problem with it. But for me, I can't just jump and say I'm going to play not one good game, because he played patches of the game solid. And then all of a sudden, he's the main striker for Jamaica. I think we are not watching football properly. And then when the kids them fail, you guys don't want them back in the team. None at all. So you are going to just throw away people. So what about give them a learning curve, and when they do hit those learning curves, then we come back and talk about that. No, man, that's how it works, man. Every player that we put in teams, I've done it for years. You get me? You can't size up Liam Bailey with Warner Brown. I'm very sorry, people. I think we disrespect players too much, and we're not seeing what the players are truly doing. I don't have that much confidence in the coach and his staff. And that's where our problem is at the moment. Okay, Dr. Hero. Jamaica football system is a French system. Lee, what did you miss? We started with Mr. Greenwood topic. And now we're trying to go over to John Russell and others. All right? Because look at John Russell, people. John Russell came into the Jamaica team, scored, and never got called again. Played good in patches against Mexico. And that's it. People said that he was slow, and then that's it. He got called, and he was in the squad where nobody knows him, and the coach selects. I don't know if he did his selection. I think he was relying on, he said he was relying on Meron at the time. So John Russell never got called after that. The people, they don't put the facts to the conversation, You understand me? So we have to be careful. I hope Warner Brown continues. He went in America a few times. Never made it. I hope he gets the next opportunity to do better. All right, JD, some of them players need to come down. All right, I'm not choosing Boza no more. Honestly, I prefer use Antonio with a broken leg. That front four will need a good midfield behind them. Using a front four, you have to be JD, a player system. JD system go already. So if them not up to the level, me know where to tell them. Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what I know, and I've been here over and over and been proven correct. So we have to be careful. I am not saying the guys ain't good. I'm just telling you, we have to be careful, because it's not every week we're going to play British Virgin Islands. All right? And remember, British Virgin Islands, that should have had we done 2-0 at least. 2-0. At home, and the game could have been easy, well 3-3, but obviously we don't go back to what took place in the game. You understand me? And we don't know if those problems arrived from the front line. We don't know those things. But in our speech, we are going to come with conclusive statements without no valid evidence, which is tough. I understand. Okay, be yourself. One-stop driver said, exactly. Top players only. We need to stop trying to mix. I think this mixing thing is one of the biggest failure for Jamaica. It's one of the biggest failure. Where is Kaheim Dixon in the absence of LeBron? I'm going to show you that as well. They gave him his opportunity, Rajman. They gave him his opportunity. And I explained to you what I saw in the game. He was very much weak in the game. So clearly his body is not holding up to me. In both games I've seen. And then they chose the next 18-year-old they brought in. And he stayed in. You know, he stayed in. Even when Tyrese came back, and then the 18-year-old stayed in and stayed in again. All right, so that tells me that they prefer even the 18-year-old over Kaheim Dixon, or they're flipping games. But that is 3 consecutive games that 18-year-old is in, and Kaheim Dixon is not in. You understand me? So I will research to let you know exactly what's going on, all right? But based on what I saw in the gameplay, when I told that he looks like he's not up to the level of physicality. It looks like that, you know? And he only can play certain positions. So I think that he only can play winger and striker. That's it. And not final striker, central forward. I think those are his central forward, attacking midfielder. Those are his actual positions. I don't think he's a right and left midfielder, because the actual strength in those leagues to carry the ball up the pitch, he doesn't have it at all. He doesn't have it. So I think people need to truly watch these games, and then you're going to see it for yourself. So I think he's a central forward, right winger, not a flat-out striker. I don't know when he's going to be that, because it requires a lot more strength. All right, make it big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Them want glasses. Well, that's why I'm here. You know, that's why I'm here to just give you opposite views, and then you break it down. All right. Russell. All right, we're gonna go on Russell. Omar, anyway, big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. And Wayne, so I said, JD, the last time Jamaica played through middle was in Qatar friendly with Russell in the middle. Okay. JD, there is a difference between being good and being good enough. A chain is as strong as its weakest link. Okay. All right. So, we will go over to Anderson, and then we can discuss the Dixon thing. But Anderson, let me give you Anderson's overall performances. You know, we built a video talking about what happened the last time when they said he turned down Jamaica. We explained and the sad, look at this, you know, people. Look at this, you know. You're gonna laugh till you're dead. All right, you're gonna laugh till you die. 1-1. This game finish. This game finishes 1-1. Let me try and get the information up. This game finishes 1-1. And 2 of the players then that we're talking on is actually our potential Jamaicans. One already starts to play for Jamaica, which is John Russell and Malik Mothersille. Malik Mothersille had an assist in the game, and John Russell had a goal in the game. All right, it's so like funny. That's why I said to you, Jamaica could be very good. It all comes down to what you actually do. All right, so John Russell 7.8 in rating, and Mothersille 6.6. All right, yes, so let me go through it. 90 minutes played for Mothersille. You hear me? For John Russell, 46 touches, 26 of 29 passes, 90%. All right. 90%, 2 key passes, 1 of 1 crosses, and long balls 2 of 2, shots on target 2, and 1 off target. All right, and dribbles attempted is 4, completed 2, and ground duels 4 of 9, 1 aerial duel 1 of 3. All right, he's a big human being, so I wanted him to get in more duels. Possession lost 8, 1 foul committed and was fouled once, 1 offside, and on the defensive side, 1 block shot, 1 interception, 1 tackle, and 1 dribble pass. And then we have Malik Mothersille. Malik Mothersille here. Okay, they did not credit him with an assist in this one. Okay, right. So minutes played, 89, touches 44, 20 passes and completed out of 26, which is 77%. Key pass 2, and crosses tried 2 and did not complete out of that 2. And then the long balls, he completed 1 of 2, created 1 big chance, and shots on target 1, and dribbles 1 of 2, big chances missed 1. Ground duels 3 of 8, and aerial duel 0 of 3. Definitely have to work good on the aerial side. And possession lost 15 and was fouled twice. And 2 interception with 3 times dribble pass. So that is with the pressing. All right. Yes. So it shows you that the players are playing all over the gaff. All right, as you saw, Dexter Lembekisa is in it, but I was just focusing on two players right here. All right, yes, so it's good to see that a lot of the he's not really playing no winger people. He's playing a wing back position. All right, I think this was a 5-3-1-1 system more than a 3-5-1-1 system. All right, so he's playing like a wing back, a freedom role, both of them playing. Yes, but you have to watch it to see. All right. I commented on the Russell recent post. I commented on the Russell's recent post on Instagram at post after the recent game and tagged Steve McLaren in it. And Russell liked my comment. Is he trying to send a message? So you have to tell me what you commented. You have to tell me what you commented. All right. Good morning, Mr. Cocoa Juice. Just checking in. Okay, then how come I became Cocoa Juice? Oh, I became Cocoa Juice. Jason Guna said, oh, slow man attempted dribbles. Well, he still completed dribbles. It's a good game to watch, because at least you have a lot of Jamaicans in it. And I do ask people, when you see a lot of the potential Jamaicans in the games, please watch them. Please watch them. So because you know that me will come and break down games. Jason will break down games. Maybe he does things different from me, but I still think he talks football. So maybe you will get one of the games that a lot of Jamaicans are actually in as well. I think Jason kind of concentrate on the Premier League, but you never may know. If you bring the conversation to him, maybe you can have the discussion. So watch those games so you can truly, because I can tell you, if you watch these games, your output will be different, and a lot of people can't trick you. A lot of people can't trick you. All right, if you watch the games, them. All right, yes. Because even the other day when I was here and telling people that I think that Aston Villa is definitely up on the rise, and even if Aston Villa never had Newcastle and City to play, I would have picked them for the top 5 when I was having a discussion with Jason. And I heard Football Guru saying, oh, you can be at 7 and be in a good team. And right after, Aston Villa went and blew away Newcastle. Just to prove my point that sometimes these people, I think they make other things influence them than actually what they're seeing, or they just don't know what they're actually seeing. You understand me? Yes. And that's why I said you have to keep up with the activities. The JFF will say it's too expensive to fly the players to the Gold Cup. Donkey of the Week, yes, Sean. Whatever the show is, yes. I'm still trying to promote it just the same. JD, it's so difficult to find the lower league tier games. But no, I just literally press my TV and type in Barnsley, and then I got a channel for Barnsley. I got a channel for Petersburg. I have a channel for every football channel, every football team in England. Literally every football team. I'm going to turn my TV on and take pictures. But I thought I put it in my Discord before. And I have channel for everything. So I just press the channels, and the games that are going on, it's already on the thing. So I don't know how that, I think that's where the world is. So I maybe you need to get what I have. All right. Yes. So link me up, and then I can give you. JD, Russell is very slow, but also very technical. I don't think Russell is slow. JD, we don't come from foreign with cable TV. Oh, I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm clueless, Rajman. All right. So that is Russell. Russell continues is a very good vein of form. I commented under the post and said, McLaren, you're watching with these eyes emoji, and Russell like it. Okay, well, I guess even in the article when his coach was talking, he's saying that people really not understand how talented Russell is, and he was always there. So he couldn't be himself, he's talking, and only other person that he works with is actually Jamaican coaches, So I guess they may be trying to throw some shots there. I don't know, yes. Underappreciated, yes. Thank you, Shadow Strike, yeah. Thank you very much for that. Yes, so maybe he was trying to target that. Yeah, I don't know. Yes. So yeah. So and then now we can pull up good score here for Lembekisa. And yep, Mothersille. Mothersille was involved in. Okay. Okay. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I did. The games are coming so fast. I mixed up two games, because Mothersille did assist against Stockport. He did assist against Stockport, and that was the 18th. And the next game is on the 21st because they did play the finals. They have to be packing up games. All right? Yeah. I don't think Russell will be there too long. He's definitely doing good. And I do agree with you guys. Jason said, we too caught up in foot speed, but how fast but Jason, why are we caught up in foot speed? Pinnock ain't fast. King that everybody bragging about, slow like molasses as well. So is it that we select when we want to talk about speed? Because King is not fast at all. King is dead slow. How much times I saw Ada Cookby of Canada run past King, leave him in the dust. We conceded. We saw Anderson run past King, leave him in the dust. We conceded. We saw Dominica forward run past him, leave him in the dust to concede it. So anybody talking about King, people not running past him, they are just flat out liars. People, the clips are there. So is it selective memory we actually have? Because it's surely looking like that. You understand me? Because every time we want to prop up somebody that we can resonate to. No, it's not about who is good or not. I'm not saying King ain't good. I'm not having that discussion, but I'm just putting out facts. We are putting out facts for people to go and check. So I am just flat out talking about speed, and I just pick someone from them, their fraction, and then put the same logic to it, and then say, oh, hype comes in it. So you're hyping the next man that he might need the speed, because if he's playing with the next slower defender, he might be the one need to, because he's not as good as the next defender, he might be the one need to do more work, and he doesn't have the speed. So why we don't say, all right, then put Damian Lowe over him, because Damian Lowe actually have the speed, and Damian Lowe can pass the ball, maybe not as good as him according to a lot of people, which I don't think Damian Lowe is a worse passer than him either. All right, because I saw him under pressure, and I'm telling you, some of these players, Warner Brown, King, please reserve your judgment on these players. Give them a time for you to see them up against higher level competition. Oh, you guys respected Lembe Kisa was when they threw him in against Mexico, and you saw him up against Lozano and what he did there, and then you saw him up against United States and what he did there. So we saw Kingdom up against St. Vincent, and then we forgot what he did against Canada. We forgot what he did against Dominica. So we forgot about every other thing. So you understand me? So we have to put the same pool and go with it the same way, which is we fling in the overseas guys them against high level competition and use that to judge them. So we should fling in the local guys them against high level competition, and if they sink, that's what you should use to judge them. And the last time King played against a high level competition, he sunk, which was against Canada. The cameo against United States when they are leading by 1,000 goals, I can't take that serious. If they were leading by none and they had to play, that's when I would have factored it in a lot more. We have to be honest in our assessment. All right? I know that what happened, what I've realized, what is the problem, big up yourself, Gil. The most reason why people pick up for locals, because it's a reflection of themselves. They don't want to hear that they are not good enough, which nobody had said that King is not good enough. I'm just using a reference to say why people say John Russell is slow. But yet still, a next man is slow, maybe even slower than John Russell. But nobody actually noticed that. You understand me? So clearly they are not watching one player and they are just bragging on the next player off word of mouth. So Mr. Speed tell him promote King, and that's what they are doing. You understand me? That's it. Nothing else. It's no other way. It's beneficial to do these things. All right. And then once the next propped up player comes, that's what will happen. It's not about the games, you know. And that's why I have to respect Liam Bailey, because I can see his work. I can respect Trevante Stewart, Flemings, Alvas Powell, because it's of its work. Of its work. You understand me? So I like when I can see something on the field. I'm going to show you how I love to talk about seeing something. When Mr. Butler came up here and talked about Uno good and this and that, and I've said to you guys, please let him get into one of these competitions. And then it's going to expose what his players are. If he's selling cocoa juice, or his players are that good for real. And he went into the JPL and nobody talking about his players anymore. So we had said that his players them need to go at the biggest clubs them in the world. So why are you guys not talking about that anymore? We just said his right back is the right back for the future. Or are we not talking about that anymore? You understand me? Yeah, so we need to stick on something. And it is to talk football, not propaganda. And I can tell you, you will not look so fool when video passes over 1 month. But when I've checked back some of my videos trying to have some conversation, and I'm listening back to some of my points, and I'm saying, look how fully good, accurate I was here. And then I'm looking to what people commented and looking what they're commenting now, and I'm saying, damn, that is sad. Bamsworth said, fun facts, Alvas Powell has been in the MLS for the last decade and haven't been out of a contract since leaving Jamaica as 17 straight out of the Costa. Thank you very much. And I saw him just walk on the field, dominate Cavaliers, walk off back, and he's competing with Yedlin and centre backs as well, and still have a contract. And that's why I always give him his respect. I understand that people said other things took place. I can understand that, but we have to give people their credit. Give the people them their credit. All right, JD, the same way they complain that Ravel League is too low for selection, and the JPL, same players calling for the JPL players like JPL is not low. I don't think Ravel League is. I heard Marlon trying to say that the JPL it might be higher than Ravel League. No, I don't believe that. I'm very sorry. JD, you know what I don't understand? We are looking to go to the World Cup, but not calling the best players that are available to get and adapt to our system, because it's very simple. The thing is, we are trying to make the World Cup, right? But we are trying to sell and promote players as well, and promote Jamaica as a footballing place as well. And by that, we have to force a soft quota in the national team, and that's exactly what it is. The other day when I said to you, most of these fake journalists exposed themselves the other day when they jumped out with the big up yourself, J-Ross. Big up yourself and everyone coming in. Please do it like one as they come in, share and subscribe. They exposed themselves the other day when they jumped out talking about Russell turning down the contract. Because what that proved to them, that simply means Russell was not picked. Russell was not picked over McCullough. That's what it proved. So they don't even understand, because they don't. I'm trying to show you that the federation, they have their system, but also the people's behavior is away. So it's if they are under fraction and they're YouTubers, it's all about money making. If they are JFF, it's all about money making. If they are in the JPL, it's all about money making. You don't realize that, because it exposed, and it's all about the quota system. If people can't see that, they're just blind. It's not about anything what coach select or nothing, because at the same time, coach telling you that he doesn't know the system. You understand me? Alvas Powell been playing better than almost everybody at right back and centre back as well. So if the coach never knew anything, and Alvas Powell is a local born, right? He's a local born. You don't think the coach would have picked Alvas Powell, because just the same way when our new coach came in the last time, hear me out, let me land right here. The coach came in and said, oh, you guys and You guys and Blake had this problem where me and Blake doesn't have any problem, so Blake is going to come back in my team. Right. That's exactly what took place. So what that showed you that it's a narrative they sold to the coach, and the coach have to work with that guideline. I heard it clear the first day. We all heard it clear the first day, and they followed up to it. It's the same thing happening. It's the same exact thing happening. You don't need if you need your glasses to see that, that means something is gravely wrong with you. Yes, that is the situation, people, and we have to be honest to ourselves. All right, Marino at Arsenal is the third slowest player in the EPL. Who think is Olympic we go in to Nitro? Thank you very much. And that's why I'm glad that I have education here on my channel. I will always take education. I have never left Jamaica to come and hold corner and then saying that this need to be Jamaica. This need to replicate Jamaica. No, this need to replicate something better than what the country is present and try to uplift my people. All right, me not need to keep my people the same place. Yes. So I'm glad that we all can reason things at times. All right, so that is John Russell. All right, so we have Karai Anderson. So we have Karai Anderson and Kaheim Dixon. All right, Kaheim Dixon. So we have Kaheim Dixon and Karai Anderson. All right. So someone had asked me early on the player and what he's doing. So what's going on? We had LeBron injured. We had 3 injuries at the time. Tyrese was injured, but he could have carried on. And we had one more that came up that was injured as well. All right. And based off that, they said, all right, this is the right time. Kaheim Dixon is getting more game time for Jamaica. So let me see what Jamaica saw in him. Give him a run out and stuff. And I came here, brought down things, gave you all of my reports and everything. And let you know what I saw in the game. And what I saw, clearly he's still, he's behind in his development for a 20-year-old. He's behind in that development. Yeah, he's behind in that development. In my opinion, others could think otherwise, right? But in my opinion, he's behind in his development based on what I saw, right? So he's there with a lot of young kids that's fluctuating in and out of the team. Yeah, and he had 2 games. And then after that 2 game, they changed him. And then you have some young players came in. All right, let me see. All right, so this is one. Mika, Mbik came in. All right, Mbik came in as well. So we can show you right here how much benches he made. As you could see here, Stockport, Barnsley. All right, yes, and then you saw the league trophy. So he played in the league trophy, and then they upgraded him to the main team, as you saw. But he was definitely he was coming through U21s and also the second tier team. And based on his performances, because you could see here, Charlton versus Crop Valley, Charlton versus Sheringham, he was always picked for these games. All right, some of them he played in and some he didn't. So him and Dixon was always in the second tier of rivalry, because Dixon would have been bought to rival LeBron and also Tyrese them. But clearly that's not the case. All right, so I think he drops back down to Mikai Mbik them class at this point, which is going to be tough because he's 18 years old and Kaheim is 20 going 21. All right, so based off that shows you that even if LeBron and Tyrese should leave Charlton, it's still going to be a tough situation for him. So what we have seen over the year, over this past year, they have put Anderson in a left attacking midfielder position. Mikai goes there. Tyrese goes there. LeBron switches when they are doing the system to a two-striker system. So in that position, they have like 7 different players. So I think it's going to be, he has to be better than all of them to cement that position. So it's a challenge for him, and definitely we are Jamaicans, we are fighters. So I think he should stay there and fight, and we will be here rooting for him. You understand me? But what that tells me, it's a coach assessing the player, because this coach is doing good in the league. He's literally almost in the playoff spot. He's in the playoff spot. I should not, because he won the next game. So he's cemented in the playoff spot. So we can't say he's not doing the right thing. We can't say he's not doing the right thing. That would be the most Jamaican thing to say. He's doing he's fighting against the man. No. You watch the game. I've analyzed the game, and the coach is doing the right thing. Everything what I saw. I need to watch Mikai some more, so I can have that conversation between him and Mikai. But definitely, what I saw, Charlton is doing. Okay, well, Shadow Strike, I don't really talk on other channels because I don't watch the videos, so I don't know what context it was in or whatever the situation is. It's just because people brought up this in the conversation, so I don't know if they were coming from there, why they are having this conversation, and I honestly don't know. You understand me? I am just breaking down what I saw in the games, and that's pretty much it. You understand me? Yeah, because I try to pride myself on football, and I will keep it right there. All right? Yeah, so Charlton is in 4th position. And they have 2 more games. So if Wrexham could do terrible, which is not going to be likely, I think Wrexham will hold on to the automatic spot. Him just have to put in the work, and they have to do that. He was trying to drop Anderson and carry Dixon because Dixon is more of a game changer. So what says Anderson is not a game changer? I think how these conversation even make what you mean by one is more of a game changer. One not getting in the game because he can't change the game, and one is playing because he is a game changer. So I'm not going to get into that conversation. I will leave that right there. So sorry about that, Shadow Strike. Take it up with the individual that said that, all right? But to me, I am not going to get into that one, all right? Because I don't know how to flip that to talk about it. You know, I can't talk about that. All right? Yeah. Charlton manager last 20 games, played 15 wins, 5 draw, and 2 losses. Yeah, no. Listen to me, people. I'm not going to get into these conversations, all right? I am not, all right? Yeah. I'm talking about football here, just flat out football, all right? And you guys are watching football because you're having a conversation with me on the football, all right? Ooh, okay, good. It comes out. Nice. All right, so guys, let me know how much likes on the video so far. So we can speed up the process. We have Cephas to look at, Daniel Johnson to look at as well. We need to have this is for the panel, Liam Bailey and Ethan Pinnock, because for a few games Ethan Pinnock haven't got any game. I saw a lot of people sent me clips of people talking garbage and everything. Even the other day, I was arguing with Rob Smith on Jason's channel because Rob Smith saying that Ethan Pinnock not getting any game for just a few games, you know. But people talking about Liam Bailey not getting any game. Liam Bailey been not playing full 90 minutes. It's a different conversation when you talk about Ethan Pinnock. Ethan Pinnock and defenders are different from strikers. Defenders tend to play a longer time, spend a longer time on the pitch than wingers and strikers. Liam Bailey, over the last 2 seasons, Liam Bailey trying to get his mark over 50 minutes per game. All right? Yes. So that's what Liam Bailey need to be fit. So if he continues to be injured, it's hard for him to keep a spot down when you have two juggernaut of Asensio and Rashford came in. Marlon coming in his own as well. So the rivalry for position for Liam Bailey is way higher than for Ethan Pinnock. And Ethan Pinnock have a body of work. Liam Bailey actually doesn't have a body of work. Liam Bailey has one season in the Premier League. All right? So I think, and I don't want to have these conversations because it's not leading to what I really want it to lead to, because I want to keep it football, and then people will split it off into a local and overseas war, which is not what I'm trying to aim for, to be honest. All right, 104. Thanks very much, people, for the 104. We just reached 1 hour. So let me double that, people, 200, and then we can move on. So tell it, guys, they can't say Charlton is, because at once people said Charlton coach was not doing good because he was lingering down in the table. Well, now he's up the table. So you need to put some respect on his name. All right. So clearly he's doing something well. Well, he's rotating his players them well, and he's training them properly. All right. So we have to give him his credit, and maybe he exposes our propaganda that we keep forcing over the years, and it's just not working. All right. Until it actually works. Because 1998 until now, 27 years now, 27 years to be exact, it kept not working, and we kept trying to force it. And all professionals, Beckford, and a plethora of individuals told you that it doesn't work. But for some reason, you're stubborn, and you're trying to force that narrative. And that's all I can say on that, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and post the link for the chat, and then we can have the discussion. People, 1 second, let me try and get it up, because we are trying to do 2 hours. Umbrella says, big up JD and all in the chat. Big up Umbrella Sports and Entertain, ENT and ENT. Big up, thanks for being here. All right, Leon should move on from Villa. No, maybe he can stay there, because I think Leon going to another club now, big club, it's going to be very hard for him to get into any other big club. I think the only clubs he could look to go is from Manchester United, but Manchester United ain't good at this moment. You understand me? You go back to Germany, but in Germany you have a lot of young wingers. And I've seen something, and I don't know if you guys notice it as well, but I think Leon's actual speed is dipping. His actual speed is dipping, people. All right? So maybe that's something, that's a sign of something, or maybe it is the injuries over and over. But JD, when a defender's not starting, that's a big concern for me. If a player coming from injury and not start, that's different for me. So context matters determine. Leon was coming from injury as well. That is true. All right, but Leon is having way more injuries determined. Injuries over and over. You understand me? Yes, so that is a bigger concern. That's why it's a bigger concern to me. People, I'm trying to put it out here so we can have the conversation for like an hour or so, because I am really tired, guys. But I still said, let me get this video out, because I wanted to do this video for 3 days now, and I can't find time to get it up. 3 days. I watch a few JPL games and I'm not impressed at all. Omar Henry says, the boy get old. All right, it is injury that's why he looks like that. I think so. I think it's injury. Too much bun and rum. You can't say Leon is eating bun and rum. Remember, Leon has the ability to buy whatever food he wants, So you can't say he's eating bun and rum. So I've pinned the link, people. So what you can do is go in my Discord and then go into, let me get the section first. I think everything at this time, nothing done before the time. We Jamaicans always want things to happen when we want to make it happen. That is not the way the world runs. Well, I think that's not how the world runs for real. Yeah, that is true. But I don't know. I don't know because I never wanted anything to happen when I wanted it to happen. I'm confused. I'm confused. Yeah. JD, it's not barely speed. He's just not confident in his body. All right? Yeah, all right, all right. All right, so people, once you come into the Discord, you just go into the call-in section of the Discord. All right, I've dropped the link and pinned it at the top. So please do hit the link and you can come in and let me know when you're in. Let me try and get additional thingy. Oh, I don't have that. I should have had it. All right, so audio capture. All right, so damn. So let me get this one. All right, let me get this one. All right, so let me get this one so I can get the information coming through for you lovely people. All right. All right, so Discord, I think that is the Discord. So whenever someone comes in, you just introduce yourself and then I will see you. All right. Yes. All right. Bless up Michael Sadler. Thanks for being here. I saw Coach McLaren played him on his weaker side, and he played better last window, to be honest. Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, so Russell, Anderson. All right, so Anderson now, Karai, Anderson. Karai Anderson. So Karai Anderson, what we're seeing with Karai Anderson, maybe people would say that he should have kicked on, which that's the high standard we have of these players, which I have no problem with you having high standards at all, because I do have high standard on the players as well. But the problem is I have high standard on the players in general. That's the difference with me, That's the sole problem that we are having, I have the high standards on the players in general, not just selective players, all right? So with Karai Anderson, he started the season poor, and a lot of people called me out and saying that, yo, JD, he's not living up to it and such and such. And he's still young. He's the same age as what Kaheim Dixon too as well. He's 20 years old. October he's going to be 21. So he's 20 years old, Yes, he's still 20, but you see the difference now? He's 20 years old, the same as Kaheim Dixon. But you see, that's where the hypocrisy comes in. Because on one side, all of these players need more time, and they are 20 as the same player here. But we don't show them grace. But all of these other 20 years old, all right, let me break it down, the analogy what I want to use. It's like, we have a job here. We have a job right here. A job that anyone can claim. All right? But the job is located in Belgium. And it's like we're handicapping ourselves just to force because the Belgium one would have cut more taxes. We're trying to not pay more tax because if we hire the Belgian one, so we're gonna cut our quality of work just to make sure we cut the tax. If you get where I'm trying to come from, because I want to make it the right way, and that's what I'm saying. Because look at this now, this guy is the same age. But we keep on in the selection. We deal with him very bad as well. We don't give him any support, And I saw him have games in the Jamaica shirt that he's working hard for Jamaica. Lamar doesn't rate him, And I can understand that it's fair if people don't rate the player, But what I wanted to say this year I saw him started in the same position as Kaheim Dixon. In his own position, and also even up the pitch more. So I think he's opening up his range of positions and stuff. So I think maybe you don't see the full form of this player as yet. He might be close to it, but yeah. So it looked like he can play attacking midfielder fully, and also deeper line midfielder as well. Could you do a quick recap before the discussion? No problem, no problem, Webster. We will do so. Jamaican people idea of football is flawed. Dixon should be nowhere a 25-man World Cup squad if we intended to make it. That's what Michelle says. Big up, Karai. That's what Lee Young says. Yeah, man, we have to show people grace. So if we want to, because we always want sympathy, and what I've realized, notice the people that talks and put a bias and drop the standard for locals. They are always locally born. And I think it's for themselves because they always want sympathy for themselves, for their own failures. You understand me? And their stories always tend to end with, if we had the chance, we would have done better. Well, tell you what, these guys had the chance and they did better. So what you're lamenting on is fantasy, and we are in reality, and these guys are doing it in reality, and they don't need any sympathy because they're 20 years old, just like you're 20 years old, and they're doing it. So if you can't agree with that statement, I think you're just one of the most biased individual ever lived. All right? Yes, I think that is a problem. I am a locally born person as well, but I don't rely on sympathy. All right, you guys have seen me here for years, and I don't rely on sympathy. If something don't go well for me, I try to work on it, improve it, and come back to you guys. And I see it in here with the viewers. If I work on all my highest level technologies, bring it forward to you guys, you don't give me the same respect as average ass green screens. You understand me? Because you believe that, oh, I am in a foreign country and I set a high boundary, you should not give me the credit. So it's like it's a fight against success. That's what I'm seeing. It seems like you fight against success in my opinion, because that's what it show me, and that's what I'm thinking. It's like you're fighting against success. Yeah, you understand me? Yes. That's what I've gotten. That's what I've gotten in my brain. You know, maybe I could be wrong, but that's what I've gotten from it. And in life, the only way you can really succeed is to not being shadowed or not being screened from reality. You understand me? Throw people out there, sink or swim mentality is always better, because at some point you're going to have to swim. You understand me? But at least you, at a younger age, when you could catch more, you could develop faster. They never threw you out there in the sea to swim. And then in the end, when they threw you out there, you're already too old and then you can't adapt, and then you end up straight back in Jamaica. So, yeah, we have to be careful how we do speak on it. When did we get so lazy a year? We don't want to work hard for anything. I think we're in the era, and guys, we are not generalizing. We are talking about what's in the majority, but we're not generalizing. So you can still have a individual doing exactly what Conrad Smith doing, like what I am doing. But what we are seeing publicly, it's a chopping culture. It's like we have to get it now, and we want it now in all areas. In football, you saw the same thing. JPL, we need to sell 4 ballers now, but we never develop anybody. You understand me? But we need to sell 4 ballers now, because that's the only way we could survive. The choppers, they want the money now, down a mobile, and if I don't make the money, I'm going to kill you because you got the money before me, because I want it now, because I have to survive. The other day when Tagliani came on the internet, came on Sportsbox, they were asking how Jamaica could rank higher. They have not played any game, you know. So the man have to look at them very well and said, no, you have to win games against high-level teams. That's how you rank higher. So it's a mentality thing, and I think it's just the new age of what we stood for, which is we need it now. And it's very tough to get it now when reality says that you're not competent enough. So, yeah, it is a tough one. Anderson A. Bug, like Leon and Jevian Brown. No, man. Lamar, you have to give people grace. In my opinion. They are in high level leagues and they're staying there. You understand me? They're staying there. So what I would say then, what are they doing so good? And at the same time, Lamar, we have to put it in context. We have a Jamaica team. So if Leon a bug and Javian Brown a bug, then who we have to play? Who we have to play? We have to start making players to play Lamar at some point. Believe no man, but without work and dedication, you will not succeed. But connections run football as well in Jamaica. Well, it still comes back to the same trapping culture. You want it now. So you are not good enough. But I'm going to use my connection to put it in somewhere. So that means you don't love Jamaica then, because you're cutting out a next man, which we are all Jamaicans, but you're cutting out one to only spot the one that is actually good, that deserves it on merit. You understand me? So it is still a chopping culture, and does that it's just the truth. Remember, I'm here, and saw a man steal a person's kid right in front of our eyes. And because they're only talking about big cars and big house, they didn't even care about what the guy is doing to the parents them and the overall longevity of the kid. They only talk about, yeah man, a big car and big house. And I was the only sane human being saying, people, you don't see a man stealing a kid from his family. You saw that man and his kid walking up and down every day. But as soon as money comes, and the whole of you guys supported it and run with it, I can bet you now it might be a different situation. You understand me? So people, we have to be careful. We have to come out of that mentality. Back in the 90s, early 2000s, 80s, I think Jamaica was pride and hard work. Like hard work. We were hard working people. Just like, when you come to Europe, people says that when you want to get one of the hardest working cleaners, you get a Polish, because that's what they do. They were talking about Jamaicans. When you get a Jamaican, they work hard, they are dedicated, they are vibesy, funny. But no, it's just the funny part alone. So people laughing after Jamaicans now. In certain countries, because we're not offering that. We're not offering the hard work to that, So we need to go back to the hard work, because we're already coming from a lower point, because we're not a first world country. So we have to keep on putting hard work at front and center. Yeah. Who is that kid? Mr. J? You know who is that kid? I don't have to repeat myself. You know who that kid is, all right? Are we scared to give talent a chance? No, I just think that we have to keep... Look, the chop... Look, if something becomes a culture, you have to keep on feeding that beast, You have to keep on feeding that beast. So I don't even think it's about fighting against competition. I think it's just, okay, we need to make that amount of money. We can make that amount of money, and it's going to be legal, so that we don't have to look like the other choppers them. Okay, we're going to put this here, we're going to put that here. You understand me? And the Premier League paying a 2 million, I need to get 4 players in the national team, so we can get back some money from that side. Big up yourself, Anthony, massive respect. All right? Man change kids' mind from their own parents. Yes. So other people following the conversation. Mr. J, you more than know, but Mr. J, don't act too smart here. All right, no bother with it. All right, you know what I'm talking. All right, yes. Oh God, so how much kids people are thief away from them family in Jamaica? No, he wants to argue, man. He wants to argue with me. But we are running this stream smooth for 122. And nobody arguing. It is a good... I just joined. I don't know. Well, it was not connected to what you know. No. It was connected for a long time. All right? Yes. Man, yes. So clearly everyone in the chat knows. But we can move off from that. Yes. So let me fill in the rest of the... 30 plus minutes. Yeah, 30 plus minutes we have. Drop your comments them, guys, so we can tackle them now. Drop the comments so we can tackle them. All right. I think I still need to talk about Mothersille. I did build a video for it separate. talking about what the inside news on Mothersille, and I was accurate. I want to see football gurus face now. When they're stating about how much people want him and want to buy him and stuff on his season and everything, because I saw him trying to run the propaganda, and that's what I'm saying, Warren. Because football guru hates me so much, people just clip him. He's obsessed with me. You understand me? He goes everywhere and try to push down a other player that can play for Jamaica. And he says it's Jamaica he wants the best for. You understand me? But because he has an hatred for me, he can't see past that. And not realizing how desperately wrong he is on the player. Why we are not no funny country. Use the word hilarious. Alright. Based on the last election promises, JFF need to play ball to support the local clubs held on the rock. Yes, I think that was the the start and stop conversation from both parties. And I think they won out there because they kind of twist their mouth on couple sides well. I don't think they're going to stand on any, anything that they see where they can benefit the most of, that's what they're going to go with, Yeah, but for now, they're going to start with the majority. And the majority was always the locals for me, Yeah, that's what I think still. All right, so we had some other, so Malik Mothersille. I did an early program on it, talking about what the coach, the general manager says on the player, talking about what he could make a big jump. He could make a big jump back out of the League One instant. But they are sure that he's going to stay at least one more season. They have not gotten Marcelo, best of himself, thanks for being here. They have not gotten his contract stapled down as yet. That is true. But they are saying that they are almost certain that he's going to sign. And they were talking about his mother moved with them, mother and father moved with him and stuff. I'm saying that was a lovely piece to read. You know why? It shows you how these players operate. It shows you how people operate. You understand me? It shows you how people operate, right? Because here they said the club, yes, Travis need to hear this. The club checking in, they know that his parents are here with him. So you see, they know about everything about the players them. It stretches beyond the field. Before the game always comes here and says that you have to live the game that you want to play on the pitch. Before the game always says that. And if you look at it, look how the guys them take care of the players them. So when they come here and get mistreated by the fan base and also overall lack of experience how to deal with people. You see why it's hard? You understand me, people? So he's 21. He still makes decisions with his father and mother. You understand me? Just like Hutchinson, just like Rankin, just like all of them. So it just tells you that, well, because Whisper them go out and sign things, but he still had signed with his mother. They just used the rest of Jamaica to bully his father. You understand me? So it just showed you that the rest of the world is not like Jamaica. You understand me? It's not like Jamaica. So even though they are Jamaicans by family, parent, they still have a different way of living. So we have to come in and try to fit their way of living because they are worth it. They are worth it because we have not delivered anything like them. You understand me? So they are worth it. What say you guys? And he should never stop making decisions with them. Yeah, but I love that before the game, and that's what I'm showing, because we had a time when we had Travis them a fight. Yo, players just come and just play. Shut up and just play. I mean, I say, Travis, that's not how it works. You have to be careful as to how we talk on certain matters. You understand me? Because it doesn't always work out that way. So we have to be very careful, very mindful of what we're talking on, Yeah, so yeah, Billy, any insight on Jonathan Rowe coming on board? I've heard about some of the players them that people said is interested in Jamaica. Um, Obviously, it's not my place to speak on them because I don't know. And based on what I'm hearing, it looks like it's someone else. That's why with the Roy Simpson conversation, I don't know how to take it because you have to look at it from okay, Jamaica Federation never get deal with anybody's papers. So how in the hell now they are coming out making statement on players when they never did one damn player's paper? It's always someone outside dealing with it. So how the hell they can talk on it so clearly? And that individual that talked the last time he was dead ass wrong with the Greg Lee situation. You understand me? So I don't know how to take it. I will just wait, but I still put it out there to say that this is what the JFF is pushing. Don't know why they're pushing it. You interpret it how you want to. All right. The guru said you can't fool me. I watched the players. I watched the players. I watched the players. Nichols, Trivante, Campbell, East, Brown, J-Lo, Cephas, and a couple JPL. Mothersille are ahead of JPL players are ahead of Mothersille. Just my opinion. But you can't say, I can't fool you. I never said I'm trying to fool you. I'm saying this is what the people that's having the player said about the player. So why you can't just say, okay, maybe I have not seen it. Right. You made statement to say a pure penalty he scored, which is a lie. Which is a lie. So why are you? Is it that you're trying to hit on me to sell a narrative? I can't understand you. Because I think you want the best for Jamaica. You understand me? You said he scored a bunch of penalties. You literally can check how much penalties he scored. You can check his penalties that he actually scores in all competitions. You understand me? So we are not trying to fool you, my brother. We are just proving to you that maybe you have not watched him enough. I am going to tell you this clear. Cephas is not better than this player. None at all. Today, he's better than Cephas now. I can promise you if Cephas club have an option to get him, or Cephas, they take him any day. J-Lo have played. J-Lo have played. Attack my arguments. My arguments, Guru. Attack my arguments. All right, and I'm okay. I said once you attack my arguments, I have no problem to have debates with you. But once the unnecessary personal thing, I've shown every time I talk, I put context to the conversation. So make sure you listen to what I've said, then you respond. All right? Yes. Name one. The fact that you said you have Warner Brown ain't better than Mothersille in not one place on earth. That's not true, my brother. Let me see who else he named. All right, Trivante Stewart, Nicholson. I would still say, even though Nicholson is going through his time, Trivante Stewart and Nicholson and East. Nicholson and East, Guru. Nicholson and East, you could say East has the experience. I like East how he plays. All right, Nicholson, you can still give Nicholson ahead of him, but Nicholson is not as versatile as him because he plays way more different roles than Nicholson. But as a striker, flat-out striker, Nicholson will still put ahead of him at this point. East, a lot of people in Jamaica don't rate East, right? But I still think, because East is better than Trivante Stewart, East is better than Trivante, better than Warner Brown, and better than every JPL striker that is Jamaican. I'm very sorry, people. East is better than every one of them. All right? JD, I heard your Pope died. Massive respect for the super, the membership. You look like you died with the Maggie Church. I have not seen you back. Newton, big of yourself. Massive respect. So you can talk based off experience, and that's you see, Guru, you're flopping really hard. I explained to you. In. Hold on, Jason. Hold on. Okay, pastor in it, and you guys have to tell me. One second, let me change my my headset because I have my Bluetooth in. I thought that it would have automatically changed, but it looks like that's not the case. And this brother, you see, man, won't come and help me out with this damn thing. One second, people. I am trying to fit my headset. Alright, output device. Alright, so let me see. Because it's an input device, yes. Output device, Realtek headphone. Alright, so if I change it to my. Alright, so using the same Bluetooth device for both input and output can potentially degrade the audio. Alright, let me know if you guys are hearing me now.
Yes,
Alright.
I can hear you.
Yes, clear.
Alright. So if we are getting any problem at any point, let me know. Then I will go back to the headset. Alright? Sorry about that. It's my fault. JD, would you give Junior Flemings another yes. Yes, Junior Fleming. I think a lot of footballers I think we're caught up in what Jamaica does, which is the hype of people and just the hype of everything. So some people I heard people in Chuck and Field the other day saying we're a country of Waganists. We heard it against Messi as well. I am not saying Waganists, even though Waganists and hype is almost similar, you know? Yeah, but yeah, I think we're caught up in that a lot more. I think a lot of players that we said past, they tend to can keep a contract, but we can't keep the new ones them can't keep a contract. I don't see where Antonio has done better for Jamaica than Nichols and JD. But have I said, but Guru, how are you arguing? Look, people are here, listen to Guru's argument. I said I would pick East and Nicholson above Mothersille at this point. Jason and Pastor. I never said nothing about Antonio, you know. So when I actually agreed with a part of his statement, but push away the next one, which I have factual proof for, why I've said that, he doesn't continue the argument. He just moved on. Dixon is a Jamaica hero. Get over it. Algrimson and McLaren picked him. No, none of them picked him. I can promise you. No, McLaren literally said he need to get more game time. All right, none of them picked him, Guru. So you need to stop. All right. If you want to say Nichols is better than Mikel Antonio for Jamaica, I would only push back and say they are two different players. When Mikel Antonio playing, it's for a different system. When Bowser playing, you're looking something different from Bowser as well. So it's, you know, but I could give you that. I could give you that because of the output that he had for Jamaica. I have no problem to argue that. We are not biased here, Guru. All right, but you seems to be dead ass biased. So, anyways, we have come down. We have started the show on the Mothersille topic, but you guys can spread out the conversation anywhere you guys want to put it. So we have talked on Mr. Greenwood. We have talked on all the other players that played. We have not touched what Cephas them actually did in their competition. We have not touched on that, but you guys can get involved. What you want to add to the show?
Yeah, so since we've talked about a few things, I just want to jump on the Mothersille conversation in terms of like the article that came out and you know, my thoughts on what I think the future of the player should look like, you know, if I was advising him. So um I'm kind of split on this one, JD, because you know, in the past in his career so far, he has always backed himself, right? He could have
Yes.
stayed at Chelsea, but he said, no, I'm going to go down some levels and get more game time and build back myself. So, based on him doing what he has done in League One this year, I think that most teams in the league, as the article even stated, would take him on as a player, right? Like the ones that are maybe higher up the table and stuff.
Yes.
So that would then mean that potentially teams in the level above would want him as well.
Yes.
But I know that the player's like ultimate goal is to get back to the Premier League. So my thing would be, what is the best way to do that? Is it to stay at Peterborough, where pretty much you are like nailed down as one of the keys in the team now at this point? You know, when you came in, you had a lot of people in front of you. And for various reasons, some of them gone, you take away some of them game, and now you are like one of the talismanic people for the team. So is that situation, even though it's League One, when I think the player is championship level currently, like based on how he play and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but do you go and then go through that process again for maybe a year when you go to a new team and maybe they have the pieces there already that they kind of trust a little more? And
Okay.
you might have to rely on some luck like injury or form dips or something to even get the look in. So because of the continuity factor and the fact
Mm-hmm.
that I think that Peterborough from year to year they are kind of like, okay, this year they might not have been that good for them in the league, but I think because they were trying to refine what they had, and I think if he stays with this crop, because a lot of them around him young as well, so they probably could just say, let's try to get to championship together and see where it plays us. So I'm kind of torn. Like I feel like a part of me saying him should just stay, and then another part
Yes.
of me saying no, try to go to at least the league above. But then again, when you factor in like all these teams, it's hard to get into a team and right away hit the ground unless it's just a need that they have. And a lot of these championship teams, they would have wide attacking players and number 10s and attacking midfield. They probably have those things. So it just has to be the proper situation if he leaves the team. I think it's going to be important. I wouldn't just say the best offer come from the best, highest league, take it. I would
Mm-hmm.
say really analyze the situation. So how many of these players do you have? Which one of them ending their contract soon? So maybe they're really looking to replace them. Like those factors have to be looked at before I would say yes, he should leave. So if the situation is perfect, leave. But other than the perfect situation to fall into, I would say stay with Peterborough.
Okay, so you are saying stay with Peterborough. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on what Mothersille should do. They're saying that a lot of
Yeah,
offers came in.
because
I'm just trying to get the shot involved. Bless up Richard Green
yeah,
and bless up everyone
because
that's coming in. 1 second, Pastor. Let me just get everyone involved. So what Jason just spoke on is the earlier video that I've made on Mothersille. It looks like he's going into contract year, and they said he's going to re-up because his mother and father are here, and they are having good discussion with him. But obviously they have to do it on a timely basis. But they are saying that they could have easily well sold him and stuff. So we are asking what you think he should do. We just heard Guru said that he has 5 penalties. He won 4 of those 5 penalties that he took. And also he has 9 assists. So what about the 9 assists? Someone scored a goal, so you're going to nullify them. Guru, at some point you need to stop Guru. And he has 5 other goals contribution as well. That is not penalties as well. So he has like 16, 17 other goals contributed, and that is not actual penalties. So, Guru,
so
sometimes you
is
can give people
penalties
credit.
is scoring penalties like a bad thing? Like I mean, first of all, to take the penalty, that would
People have to
signify
respect
some
you.
level of
People have to respect
technicality
you in the school. No, but
to
people have to
even be
respect you.
taking the penalties
No,
for your
but
team.
Jason, people have to respect you in the club for you to get the
Ag-
penalty.
Agree, agree, totally,
The
Jason.
only
Yeah, man, you
somebody
have to have.
take a penalty from people are Lee and Bailey. The only person, and the whole of Jamaica beat him, right, Jason? Right, Pastor?
True,
The whole of Jamaica
true.
beat him when he missed it,
Because
don't?
even in the Saint Vincent match, people lie if them say when he take up
Yeah,
the ball, we never did a
I
touch.
was cussing too as well, but I was saying, please take it, Leon, because more I get the goal, because I broke it down to say you're gonna score, but me still I say, oh God, if he miss, boy, I don't know, I'm gonna take
I
this,
could.
so
I am happy that he scored.
Well,
So
I'm
happy
glad
that
he,
he
yeah,
scored.
me too, man. I'm glad he scored too.
yes, I wanted him to score because I wanted it, so. Yeah, man. So let me get in past now because I had asked people, but Jason, you never read the article like extensive, like to look at more things. Bless up, Cranky Life. Thanks for being here.
No, I did.
You,
I did.
you,
When
you,
when
you
I
never
saw
look at the
your
part
video
of
this
how them man,
morning, I
them,
went and found the article
yes,
and read it myself. So I
yes,
was just
but
saying, like, based on from the
no,
article and what
no,
they're talking
but
about,
Jason, I'm talking
I am
about
kind of
the
torn.
way. The
Huh?
way the way all the clubs them, the smaller clubs them deal with these talents. You're not impressed with that,
Yes,
like the way they're checking on their
yes,
family. They know everything about the kids
yes.
them.
The fact that they thought it was important to mention like the family life and the structure,
Yes.
it just
Yeah.
goes to show what they think about when they talk about and they assess the players. And it's a part of the thing why when people make a comment like why them just don't just come and play, and it's not that simple, and I think people want to boil it down to something really simple, but when it's a lot of factors that they're discussing and working out, and at the end of the day this is their life, so you can't really you make the choice, you play, and then if you or if you have are like in Greenwood situation, you have switched. So now you can't switch again. So that's a huge decision, you know. That's like a that's a final decision where you have to make sure you know what you want to do, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like people need to look at more aspects when they talk about these things, you know.
Guru, you're
And
lying. They wanted him. Guru, you're lying. All right. Guru, you're lying. All right, guys. Guru saying Chelsea never wanted him. The Chelsea club put out a statement and said Mothersille decides to leave. Guru, you're a propagandist, my brother. And if you keep on just spilling these false statements, brother, we have to move on from your Guru. That's a lie, my brother. Guru, you're lying. All right, so guys, we can't fight with Guru because Guru clearly says Chelsea never want Mothersille, and Everton never want him, and both of those places explained their reason why the Mothersille thing never worked out. Chelsea stated that Mothersille decides to leave, just like Hutchinson decides to leave. They never sent Hutchinson on no loan. Hutchinson said that he wants to leave on loan because he wants game time, and he's making that decision now. Guru, you need to stop fight against the people in Pitney. All right?
and also he mentioned just real quick, Warren. And also he mentioned the Everton thing. Remember what was going on at Everton when he went on those games, and they were having issues with their financing. So I don't even think it was a case where they didn't want to play at Everton.
Yeah,
It's
but
just they couldn't make it work
Jason, you
financially.
can just type the article and said they said they liked the player, but they couldn't sign him because at the same time they had the embargo thing. And we are Guru here fighting, and he knows the truth, but he's just here lying to his merchant them that's looking for anything to grab on to. Guru, we can put articles on the screen, but you know what Guru will say? Oh, they are lying. It's just peace that they put in the article to try and put him other places. This is the first time I've ever heard that for a player that can play for Jamaica. I don't know what is wrong with Guru people. The man said they put fake articles in.
Listening.
Guru, stop.
Selective memory, man. JD, my biggest thing, Jason, big up yourself, Pastor. You know, everybody in the Discord, all right? No, my biggest problem is are we gonna wait, right, for another failure in a player? Look how much young players we're claiming that we want young players and players at a younger age to join the team. We won't give them a chance. And when we do decide to give them a chance is when they have escalated their game because we decide that they weren't good enough. And then when they prove themselves now, this is the time we run calling. You know? It might be too late like what happened to Hutchinson, because I'm sure Hutchinson felt disrespected when he came to Jamaica. Right? When all these people online, because I listen to the various platforms. When people are saying, oh, Hutchinson a bug, him no good, how you expect the player to feel, right? And then all of a sudden, England go calling him change your mind. Why you think man change your mind? You have to make it comfortable and inviting for players when they do decide, to come and leave, fly all the way from Europe to come to represent the country, to get disrespected. Then some people won't take the disrespect. And they don't have short memory. You see, the problem is Jamaicans have short memory, and we can see it around election time. That no matter what certain people do over the 4 years elected, right? As long as them can buy a man some sweets, they're willing to give them their vote, right? So there's no loyalty when it comes to that. It's what I can get, and I think the bottom line is. What is best for Jamaica? What is best for Jamaica is to increase our pool with good players. So when a player go down, we not if but or maybe we just plug in a player. When we have players on the bench, we don't miss a beat when we put a player when we substitute a player. As a matter of fact, some of these players can escalate the game and and give us a boost, right? Nowadays, very very few times when we do substitutions, it makes an impact, right? So we have to keep improving our team. with talent, right? And make the competition wild enough that people say, oh, I have to step up my game or else I don't have a game. All right. So basically from a fun aspect, right? Because I'm not an analyst. I don't watch the amount of football where you and Jason watch. But I watch enough to have an educated look at how things are going and where we want to go in the future. And I'm really scared that if we keep doing the same thing we've been doing over the years, right, we're going to get similar results. So if we're going to get similar results, will we make it to the big dance? That is the big question. And the time is getting very shorter. We don't have much time to play around. So we have to get it right, and we have to get it right soon. Big up on yourself, keep next preacher coming now.
All right, Pastor, come in. I'm
Every
looking.
time.
One second before Pastor starts. I am looking for the article to put up on the screen. Both articles that we had this conversation already for Football Guru, but he wants me to refresh his memory, so I'm going back for it again. All right, so continue, Pastor. I'm just looking for it on my next screen to put it up.
I am very perturbed that Jamaica, a country once considered one of 4 education centers in the Western Hemisphere, is now a country indulging in Don's badness. So we have moved from a culture of bettering ourselves so that we are on par with the rest of the world to being the dregs of any society, the worst of the worst, dumb and unable to correlate basic communication. This is a problem for somebody like me because whilst information does not equal knowledge, a lack of information equates to ignorance. And the reason the JFF can get away with talking about they don't have any money is because it is more costly to be ignorant than to be knowledgeable. The JFF fails to educate itself despite the 27 years of failed experience. Maron Gordon, as the agent of JFF, used whisper to cost us Omari Hutchinson if Omari Hutchinson does not come back to Jamaica. Maron Gordon is still in place. And what we have now
But Pastor,
is with Maron Gordon,
Pastor,
the other YouTube, no, don't pastor. Because everything that I am saying can be substantiated.
Pastor,
Don't do it.
But you know, hearing me, I say, Pastor, me just try to say something to you because people are commenting as well, And just make it be clear that you're not talking every single person in Jamaica because you still would have one individual. You're talking about the general,
Hold on.
populace.
Let me say this: the Jamaica football base, because this is unique, I believe,
Pastor,
to those people who follow. Listen to what I'm saying. In every single discipline, there is the weight of the majority. There is no such thing as perfect 100% in business. But when I did agriculture, if you have 85% of the characteristic, you're considered the breed. So it's not 100% pure that makes you a Holstein dairy cow. As long as there's 85% of the characteristic that makes you Holstein, you are a Holstein with 85%. And I kid you not, the Jamaica football fan base is by and large more than 85% indulging in Don's badness and total ignorance. And that is unapologetical from the pastor. It's
Yeah,
not going to change
but
because
Pastor,
it's empirically proven to be so.
but Pastor, I no, but majority counts. But I'm just saying what happened to even one individual. That's why when I'm speaking today, I made sure to say I'm talking about the majority. But I still cannot expect that in certain individuals might not follow that rule. You understand? That's all, Pastor. Man, I'm not trying to argue. I'm just trying to tell you that you're
the
on a
one
platform.
individual has to be matured enough to know that he or she practicing truth is not being referred to in the pastor's statement.
Okay.
The one individual or the 15% or less than 15% that practicing truth and have informed themselves and educated themselves by the lived experiences, they need to be matured enough to know that what I am saying is not in reference to them.
All right. So
I think clear that up.
all right, no, Pastor, I'm just
clear that up.
Because the chat is there, so I wanted to make sure you're understanding.
Feel it for the persons who are getting it right and working hard to do it right, JD, because I believe that's one of those. But when you see an entire country parading this type of culture, it is sickening.
Okay.
What we have now is that it's a replication just with a different player. So they use Whisper, discredit.
All right, Pastor, you went down, Pastor, sort out your phone because I'm not hearing you.
You're hearing me now?
You're
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, you're coming back now in. Are you hearing me in real time now?
Okay.
Because I have the thing on the screen.
What actually happened a while ago, a call came in. I don't know. You see, too many people need my assistance sometimes. Anyway, what happened when Hutchinson got to Jamaica and the reporter carried the JFF modus operandi because they do want the players from the diaspora, because it doesn't benefit them to have the players from the diaspora. They're doing the same thing now with Dixon. Despite Dixon not playing first team football, despite Dixon not at the level of the other players available, despite Dixon being assessed by a professional coach that have everything to use because they paid for Dixon to go to Charlton, they throw all of those things out the window. To do what? To upset and frustrate the other young, same age group players as Dixon that are available to the program. That these players are all going to be game changers for Jamaica. And that is why the JFF continues to do what they're doing. And I want to say to my brother that spoke ahead of me, insanity is defined by doing the same thing the same way all the time, expecting a different result. A madness. And if the coach does not measure up to putting on his own pants, we're not going to know World Cup. I said this from early last year.
Pastor, you're injuring. I heard but you're injuring yourself and you're fighting for 30 minutes. So that means the show has gone off. And we can't give a breakdown.
What do you mean fighting for?
Because injury, because we're planning. But get some facts and try to bring it up. I ain't even work with the show.
I was just speaking on the Mothersille point.
And you're bursting your phone mic. Because that me realize.
No, sir.
Are your phone, Pastor,
My,
and we are hear it on the opposite end. All right? You're talking
uh-huh.
so loud, Pastor. And on the signal, I am Micah burst. My God, this is historic.
It's a call. It's a call that came in that made my thing go down low. So I don't know what you're talking about.
All
I
right.
have to decline the call.
All right, so big up Travis, big up everyone that's coming in. Travis, come in. Travis, why you have to turn up on the only point of the show that we are here for 1 hour, 2 hours talking decent, and Pastor sorry, I say, but him sound a little bit aggressive, and you turn up at this time, Travis. Is it that aggression, Travis, a fight, I look for people? Because he want to only war, him like the nice things, them? So let we know, people. We're gonna find out Travis, people. All right, yeah, go ahead, Pastor. Finish up so I can put this on the screen.
You can stop it. I'll stop there because there are other persons just coming in. I'll stop there.
Yeah, no. Okay, all right. So let me continue on the Mothersille. All right. So this is just the fastest pull up I could have gotten on the Mothersille. This is the timeline. All right. So Mothersille's contract, and guys, I know this for a fact. So me just trying to cite actual reports, but it is true. It was not only Mothersille only. It was Dean Rankin, Hutchinson. It was a turn of all the players. Burstow, every one of these players. They came in and they were asking for game time and they couldn't get the game time that they wanted because Chelsea changed their direction. Potter had a different plan for all of them, right? And when Potter left, everything went to shambles because it's a win-now mentality clicked in. So Malik Mothersille's contract with Chelsea expired and he did not accept the club's offer. All right, leading him to join Peterborough United on a 2-year deal on September the 2nd, 2023. They gave you the breakdown trials with Everton before signing with Peterborough. He went on trial with Everton in August. So that's the problem, Sometimes I come here and give you information that you never know none at all. Guru, and instead of you give me the respect for my journalism, my journalistic takes, you wanted to dig extra. So I had to give you an extra scoop there. Yes, it was not he never made Everton. They really liked him. I'm telling you, Guru, you're going to lose to me 15 times in 1 week. All right? And Guru, sometimes you have to accept certain things. Stop trying to make up fantasy. All right? Because I proved that what I'm saying is accurate with this player 100%. So, Guru, leave the player alone. If you think he's not good enough, it's okay. But he keeps on proving it wrong. All right? Stop. All right. So, Pastor, you made a statement on that. You have anything else you want to add? Pastor, so we can bring it back in, and then we can have the starting dialogue on all the topics then, because I went 2 hours, I'm going to do half an hour more, people. Half an hour is enough. Let me know how much likes on the video, people, because it's a long time I'm here, I've done my 2 hours and I need to make my dinner because I am making my own dinner today. All right? All right. Okay, none of the guys them inside.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, JD,
yeah,
I'm saying the one other thing I would like to speak on as it relates to Mothersille and the situation is this. The reason we stand a big chance of losing these players is because the Jamaica culture in terms of football managers is that they're accustomed to dealing with players who don't have no body, who have no support. These young professionals, though they are professionals, they have not just managers, they have their parents' support. And so you cannot treat them the same way you have treated the locally born ghetto boys who didn't have no family support. So you can take them, you can throw them together in a one house somewhere, and you can treat them with scant regard, and they cannot say anything about it because they have nothing else. These players like Mothersille and Hutchinson, who despite being professionals and earning millions, they respect their parents and they have their parents' respect, support, and protection. I don't believe that Hutchinson has turned his back on Jamaica. But for Hutchinson to play for Jamaica, we will need a coach that is going to step away from the perilous 27 years of disregard for players that the JFF has practiced, and tell Hutchinson the program where he knows he's playing for the country and not for the JFF.
Okay.
And the
All right.
same thing that happened with Hutchinson, mark my words, if they do not stop, it's going to happen to Mothersille and at least 5 more Mothersille age and younger.
All right. So, intermission time. So, people, Travis talking about his daughter, which is good, Travis. I love that. Yeah, you need to show that side more. So I went to Safari in Wallonia. That's the French side of Belgium. Yeah, I'm telling you, people, this is a experience, man. I'm telling you, this is one of the peacefulest places I've ever went to in my life. You can just lost in peace. Some different level of peace. So maybe that's why my mindset, Cranky said the last time,
Where is that?
every time I go on vacation, I get softer. I'm telling you, this one made me even more soft. Believe me, I'm just saying, damn, this is some level of peace, which is ridiculous. Yeah, and I went into a cave. The cave was... It was good. You know, the whole experience was very good. Inside the cave, you get to see everything. This is on top of the mountain. This is outside where you go on the stuffs. You can either do riding to get to the locations, or you can take the buses, which I do. Took one of the buses with the family and everything. So that's what we did for our Easter time. We went to the
You took
cinema
a
as well.
bus. I bet Gemma wanted to take to ride horse or bike, and you took the bus.
No,
I bet
Gemma,
I would be
no,
willing to
Pa-
gamble that Gemma
Pastor,
would have wanted to.
past that, Gemma,
Get it?
Gemma never wanted to do anything. Once Gemma finished with the cave, this is the cave. Inside the cave, it was very long, maybe like 40-50 minutes out of walking inside the cave to come to the other side. Gemma was tired, Pastor. Gemma was tired. So just showing you that, guys.
Okay. She was
Just show-
tired. She was tired. Okay.
Yeah, just showing you that.
So you made
telling-
sure you make her tired before the ride part. Okay. All right.
Yeah, just showing you that we were doing a lot of things, and you know that's why it mixed with what I'm doing in my normal fixing my contract that I have outside, and I have to make sure I do it on the right timing when raining, falling, and stuff. You know, so we've been busy. So big up yourself, Travis. Keep doing that. Keep bringing the princess places, because they are going to remember these things. All right. So make sure you keep on doing those things. But let me get back to the football, because I don't want to lost anything. So Guru, can we finish the war about Mothersille? When I've talked about Mothersille, it was not me hating on any local player. I've always brought the exact news, what I've gotten, and then what I can actually prove live. I've done it with Dixon. I've proven it to say that Dixon is not in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth choice in the wing positions or striker position, and that is just the truth. You understand me? Vacation show you how much life is out there to live. Those trips be everything. I be thinking about getting my life more together. To be able to take. Yeah, man. Believe me, man. That place. Believe me. If you go there, the level of peace. I'm saying that's why Kendrick did Drake like that. You know. Yes, but anyways, nothing to do with that. I'm just telling you, when you're at peace, people, and that's why I don't like to be bothered when I'm off the internet, because I do believe that when I'm in the right mood, I can give you guys the best work possible. You understand me? Yes. So you clearly saw how we come here and everything is geared for you. Everything is going as how you want it, you know? Yeah, so the more peace I have, it looks like the better I can function. All right, yeah. So, as what I was saying, to the Mothersille subject, I was not trying to fight out any local player, but I was always trying to present people that can do the job for Jamaica. JD, you love the war. Drake, Young. Plaster, we don't need players like Mothersille and Hutchinson. We need players who burn to play for Jamaica and want to see Jamaica prosper. National football is not business or a FAD. Well, football guru, even Travis sell this narrative sometimes. Or people to beg.
JD,
Football
I'm going to buy a passion meter. I don't know where you find it, but I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to run every player through it.
And this
because
is where
I don't know.
I agree with you, Jason. I agree with you,
Jason. When you find it, Jason, buy more than one because you can sell me the other one. When you find it, you see this thing about passion and courage. Me need to measure it.
All right, so Guru, this is where I think you lost a lot of people. When you talk about the heart, not the heart, you know, the heart, the passion, and all of the things that people cannot measure. You guys comes with. The kid said that he wants to play for Jamaica, but you clearly realize there are not no people coming from our society, like myself, because I was from the ghetto in Jamaica. All right? We never. I was on my own from I'm 10 years old. Right. So even though my grandmother was still a guardian for me, I still could have gotten a next person to sign a paper for me. You understand me, Jason? These people have to go to their people and do things professional. They are not people struggling and could be forced in certain things. Everything's a little bit different. So what we need to do more of, Guru, is to get up to what reality is. And reality doesn't stop in Jamaica. Or no, it doesn't block from Jamaica. Reality doesn't block from Jamaica. We tend to always want Jamaica to set a different rule to everything. But that is you blocking out reality from Jamaica. So you cannot just come and tell a man, because he said you need to contact him, explain to him what are the plans you have for him, because he would love to play and stuff. That is him not committed to you. You have to stop that. All right? You have to stop that. You're dealing with people. Look at how Whisper them act. Whisper them get a contract, and you saw them driving big Benz, and they're going over them places and stuff, and you can't talk to Whisper. So imagine these guys having the same money that Whisper have 10 times more from 7 years before, 5 years before. So why you can't talk to Whisper them? Because Whisper told Mr. Holgrims the same now coming on the game. I'm dancing my keep. People forgot about these things. And we make a bunch of excuses.
Yeah, birthday.
We make a bunch of excuses. The one thing about me, people, I don't forget anything, you know. We make a bunch of excuses. So what I'm trying to prove to you, it is all about selling your local pride. It is nothing else, and it's a reflection of your own self. It is a reflection of your own self. Because when these local guys do the same madness, nobody talks about passion or pride. Yo, I bust the Utah look, man. You know, see Utah go away. And he want the last wind up on a girl. All of them foolishness, you know. So all of these guys don't want to wind up on girls too as well. They don't have the same principle. What are you trying to say to me here?
Them don't have the passion for wine pan girl. That's the problem.
True. JD.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just calling out hypocrisy.
Yeah, I'm just calling out hypocrisy to show you how the facts is literally there, you know. Jason love his foolishness, you know. he need to say it over when them a beat him, you know. He need to say it with Rob Smith them and those mans, you know. He need to say it there, you know. You hear me, Jason? You need to say it to Rob Smith. I don't know.
And I do.
When I was listening, I didn't hear it, blood. All right, I didn't hear it.
No, that's a lie, blood.
No, I am not trying to. I am not trying to string a narrative. I'm just saying I never said. I never said it. All right.
Remember, this it's a stylistic thing. So we might be saying the same damn thing, But you have always told me that maybe I find the metrics and the gymnastics to say it, so it's more palatable to certain people.
But I had listened to you that time. Yeah, but you never push back on the one Rob Smith.
Jason,
yes. But maybe
Jason,
you never.
Are you auditioning to be a part of the JFF?
Pastor, please.
No, I can't.
Please.
I can't because I don't live within the confines of the island, so I cannot be in the JFF. It's impossible.
Pastor,
okay? I would.
Jesus God, Pastor.
You're in an impossible situation because you're the president of the United States.
Pastor, please, God. Pastor, Pastor, we try to make the show run smoothness, Pastor. The next man need to talk, And me go reference something and the one Jason run into it, And then make Pastor tackle him. Jason, you seriously?
But to be fair, Chevron bring up the whole thing, when we say, but Chevron, go on. Do you think, Chevron? I have to step on it.
And I'm bring up your man. Don't say that. I just repeat what you say already. But on a serious note now, JD, like I am in a position over here in a job, right? And I was seeking another position within the role. And I spoke to the managers and stuff, and unfortunately last week I was unable to get back to them. And this week, I call one of the managers and they call me back and they say, Chevron, that role is still open for you, when you're ready, you need to come. The thing is, you see, when you offer certain standard, JD, and they want you to fill a role, they will go for you. They will come for you and they will do their best to ensure that, your position are you coming into this field, they get you to come to where they want you to come, But a lot of people, it's different for a lot of people because I think in Jamaica, a lot of people have the perception that, this person have to do that. This person have to do this. This person have to do that. Over here, you stand on your work ethic, your name, funny, I put out good work, good performances. People are going to want to reach out to you to say, listen me, you should be over here with us. And I think one of the things we as Jamaicans need to let go of is our ego. This ego thing I mash up Jamaica. Like we want people to bow down to us. We know that Jamaica is an extremely beautiful island, but we have many beautiful islands in the world. We know that the food lovely in Jamaica. Me love it more than anything, but I've gone to other places and experienced even better food. And I was shocked. So
my get beat up like Asafa Pony. What you say?
No, but no, Jamaica this year. You hear what
Chevron, to revoke your license.
If you go down this week.
I have to be real. Because I went places and I was shocked. And my experiences, I've been to Italy, I've been to Spain, I've been to America, I've been to different places, but the more I go, the more I see, the more I see me in a small little part of the world over here. So, and the more the experiences grow. The thing is, you can't express your opinion in a Jamaica without people want to butter you, want to beat you down, want to say, boy, you must say, you must have an opinion. And that is sad. We're supposed to can have a debate. We can say, boy, listen me, this person over here is better than that person in this sense. This person have a specific time or a ceiling and them are going to reach there. But we shouldn't force somebody because we think like, this person deserve this opportunity because in born so saying deserve it. It doesn't work like that. You have to show me where you can give, where you can do. For me, if you say if you say, listen me, you deserve this spot, you can have it. Me not gonna make it off of the basis that I understand say kids in Jamaica need an opportunity, but if there's not an influx of capital, if there's not a change in the system, well, then them are gonna beat me like Asafa now, because the system has a lot to do with how we are churn out the footballers them, you know. And the fact is that there's not a good system. Yes, me sell out. Me come a foreign and experience some good things and sell out.
But
If I that you know what I say, I saw.
Chevron, none of them can talk to you. Asafa Powell sell out. Vibes Cartel sell out. Mavada sell out. Buju Banton sell out. It look like Jamaica and nobody else aside from the man who can't go foreign. So I wouldn't alone tell some people sell out because you can't go nowhere. But everybody else can go somewhere else. Vibes Cartel usually try the iron, yo, burn out America. Yeah, burn out America, this and that. I not have to go to America, I don't want a visa. And him say,
I can't say something to JD.
Hold on, me finish. And him, years later, say, it is too dangerous for Jamaica, I'm Florida, I live. You have documented proof, you know, of this man saying the opposite, you know. All right? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, me see Guru, I say, football, Jamaican football is not a business. If it's not a business, then what is it then? Because surely enough, it has to be a business. Even over here in England, it is a business. And what Guru need to understand, say, when football perform good in England, that means England get more capital, more infrastructure for football can set up, more things can go on for football, right? More players then can get more players going to different leagues and then stuff there. More money coming back to England. If it's not a business, it don't make no sense. You understand? You couldn't have the passion till thy kingdom come. Because I had the passion one time. One time I used to be a rapper. I have the passion. My music.
You have an ex one-time rapper there, do you? Look, I got 2 one-time rapper there. Guy.
Yes, my music they go Australia, my music they go US, my music go Canada.
Nice,
you know?
nice.
And in at the same time.
Sevan. Mine will have to do a clash, you know.
And then we have to get Cranky involved because Cranky claimed that he's a big,
Hold on. You see this
artist,
now?
you know.
This is to tell you what Jamaica is. You hear? The man is saying he is a one-time rapper. Now this man. Yes, you see what me ask you if you have audition for JPF? Because right now you sound like Trump, you know.
1 second, guys. 1 second, I'm coming. I'm coming back.
What do you have to catch him?
Sir.
What you have to catch with the GS,
Oh God.
I'm the rapper here. Nobody else can be no rapper around
because to make exactly what you're saying, you know, Siobhan. So finish saying what you're saying.
I'm saying this to say that, you know, even when you have the talent, you see, you know, it demands more than just the talent. It demands a lot of things that Jamaica don't have in place right now. And that is the reality of it. The same time Kabaka Pyramid did come up, at the same time me did come up, me did talk to Kabaka Pyramid back in the days there. You know? But Jamaica, you know, so they not too deep on the hip hop thing, don't they? You see, especially when it comes from a Jamaican. So it never make no sense. Outside of Jamaica, I got a little bit of love, a little bit of respect. But you know, this is the reality. A lot of things are not in place down there. How them all get it in place down there? If the system continues to be the way it is, and if the people continue to think the way they think, I don't see anytime soon Jamaica come out of this hole where they, you know.
Okay. Well, good experience, my brother. You have touched on points that I am almost afraid to discuss here because, as you know, they have a stigma to say I don't like Jamaica and us as a story because I've always tried to give back the experience to say that because that's why I've always listened to Asafa Powell, you know, and you know because he's a person that comes on the same side as me, you know. So when he gave, because one day I was here telling people about the KFC, and I said, I'm not sure if Jamaica KFC is better than Netherlands KFC. You know? Because Netherlands KFC might be one of the best in the world, and I've tasted it because I've lived on Jamaican KFC. You know, and then someone around 6 months later, Asafa Powell told people about the KFC in Belgium and saying that Netherlands, Japan, and Jamaica KFC eats the most, and he can't tell the difference between any one of them. And it looked like a lot of people wanted to burn him out for it as well. So when more people can go out there and let people know that it's a bigger world than Jamaica, the over the top the egotistic behavior could change, and a lot of our businesses could flourish. You understand me? A lot of our businesses could flourish a lot more because people will deal with us with more open arms. I think our behavior kind of make the right people move away from us, at least for now. Before like 80s, 90s, and 2000s, early 2000s, I thought that Jamaicans were a little bit different, which is we want to go and get it, and we want to learn as much to try and spread our wings as far as possible. No, we're closing our wings and if I'm my way and my way, and another way, I'm to you. Man can just chop and man can do this, or we can get into this. Every shortcut we're trying to achieve more than trying to go at it. And I think that Jamaica's overall identity was to work hard for things. But I think that kind of cut out now because everybody talking about, tight pants, markets, trappings, easy way, dunce badness. These are the things that are public in Jamaica. You know, so it has to change. We have to change it back to what the because people would say in 86, 85, you had some of the biggest shootings in Jamaica. But I'm still telling you, it was still one of the better periods in Jamaica's history as well. You know, so we need to go back to those mentality. The mentality is important of the people, and stop making certain things trending. Dunce badness should never be trendy in no country. You understand me? That should never stop trying to look a laugh. You know? Let we stand up for our country. You understand me?
That's true, JD. I'm going to address one thing. Travis, you see when it comes to Jamaica, I love Jamaica on a different level, brother. Love it on a different level. No matter how many experiences we have outside of the world, Jamaica in my heart, everywhere me carry. Right? For me, I walk down the street there, so I see another Jamaican can tell me a Jamaican. You see? You know, what you need to understand, Travis, these discussions where people have on a regular basis about Jamaica, and if it tear down Jamaica, we want the best for Jamaica.
Yes,
brother, and a little time, me send my money down to Jamaica and people rob me. Do all business with people. And people take my money and me still send money down to Jamaica. You know, so you need to understand that we just want Jamaica to be a better place, brother.
But Travis,
we want Jamaica.
But
JD,
Siobhan, where Travis responded alone, Travis. That's exactly what people are trying to cut out, Travis. You understand me? Nobody now bring down Jamaica. The reason why people talk about Jamaica is because it's important to them. All of us have an invested interest. That's all, Travis. That's all. Nobody no come here. I bring down Jamaica. Just listen, please. Just listen, please, Travis. Nobody.
JD, you know how I always preach this messenger message business, right? Why you think it is that Cartel can say that pan big breakfast club, millions, trillions of people,
and look how much of them are pick up,
and the man literally say, him literally say out of his mouth, me can't live in Jamaica, it's too dangerous. Literally, you know. And you know, say if any of we did say that on a stream, Travis a burn we out, and I say that's why we always talk about Jamaica, leave Jamaica alone and these and things. So why people now burn out Cartel?
No, they might make excuse. They must say it's only bad for him. Them start to say it's bad for him. All sort of story. So it's a bit bad for him. So Imaxit, if a football show, stick
It
to
is-
football.
it is-
No. But reference has to be in the show. It's called education, Travis. We have to, if people want to have a coherent conversation, you have to use reference point. So if we're talking about a foreign and what people accept and what people don't accept, we have to use reference points. You can't say if we just stick to football, Travis. Oh, you listen. So Travis, if you talk about the moon, you can't talk about the sun, do then. Oh my God. You know,
No, but,
Travis are
but the thing
greatest,
is, the thing is that the society directly reflects like what happened in the football, you know.
Yeah,
So
but,
it's
True,
but
very
true.
hard to
I
have a
know that
conversation
I
holistically about football and not talk
no,
about
but
society at
no,
all.
but about
It's like impossible.
about Jason, about anything. You can't have a conversation without using a reference to something else. You rarely can do that. It's gonna be a very short conversation. We're here for 2 hours and 29 minutes, and I can tell you
It's
that you
not
learn
going to be a
so much
conversation.
things. You learn
It is not
so
going to
much
be a
things that are
conversation.
factual.
It is going to be just you talking. If it's a conversation, you will have to entertain other person's point of view, and all of our point of views come from different aspects of our experiences. So if I'm preaching, that's not a conversation.
Yeah, man. So
I am
Travis,
just
just stop.
saying
Just stop. Go to
something.
the far
But as
extreme
long
point.
as I'm going to be, as long
No,
as I'm
no,
having,
I'm just telling Travis, if you just stop, go to the far extreme point, because nobody now. We should put, you know what me can't, me try to show Travis as much respect, but you know me can't stand with Travis. A man will be here at this up anything Travis agree with. The man him can be the worst thing in the world, and Travis sit down there and the man him just alright. And them a be as the cause a man say me a clip the other day and the man a be nasty. It's like three them a try bit because what I think YouTube becomes a lot of talentless people try to go the same route of okay, let me divide and cut it in half so we can have a local fraction and this. So that me can flourish because me have to create division, not actually be talented because we are in the era of oh we want it now. So they create that division. So when Cherries go over to the next side, them man there, yo, them boy never play for Jamaica. No this and that. And Travis there, alright. Him nah reason no him just agree. Yeah man. Yeah, but Travis, we here, we are very coherent. You can listen to this as a podcast. Everybody watches what they're talking about. Nobody correcting anybody so much. You realize it's literally if me talk about a game, Jason I say him watch the game too, and him add to what me I say. The next man I say him watch the game too. You talk to man when them talk about them feelings and them tell us say them don't need to have no facts, feelings, them don't need to watch no game, feelings.
Literally
And you're alright with that.
the person who I run, me hear people I run show and I say, me don't need to watch the game then.
Yeah,
You know,
and
people
you're
say,
alright
man
with
say
that.
no know what I'm talking about. The man put up him thinking,
And I don't know.
he say no
the
know
topic
he don't know
either.
nothing about the subject.
Yes.
And
People still there. Yeah, man. Let's have the discussion with someone when say them don't watch it or don't know it.
this is historical, so we need to open our arms a lot more and support righteousness. I think we have slipped through that hard work and we are in the era of we want it fast now. All right, we want it fast now, and some of us just run to that fast now thing. You get me? Travis, we have watched things. Look how Guru beat me up. And Guru, I try to bring him facts and when say him have. But remember, say me have personal facts as well because me I follow football. The only thing Guru can say, I threw my hype up foreign players, that's why him not like me. That's why him not like me. But him can't say what me I say in a football and make no sense. You understand me? Because at least him know me watch it. Him have to give me grace to say me watch the football. You get me? But come on, Travis, man, come on. Say sorry about that, guys.
So
I had to call out Travis.
It becomes a everybody trying to defend something thing. So
Yes.
you feel like one side getting spoken down on, so you feel like you have to defend the other
Yes.
side and vice versa. And that means in the whole thing.
And
People
here,
just
And
want
here,
to know
Jason,
they are defending a side.
something. And if you bring the facts, you don't need to defend anything.
But what
Kaheim
that
Dixon.
does, JD, is it makes people stop looking at anything to take your feelings out of it, and it just makes
But
it
that's
all
what,
about
that's
your
what I
feelings.
said to you. But they did that by design,
Yeah.
Jason. When it was flat out facts, only 2 channels alone survive in a YouTube. 3 channels. Me coaches this and Simon. We had to bring vibes in it. And let go of the hard work. Man, come on and tell the same, never do the research. I only did they laugh and I say, yeah man, no standard, do not drop the standard for everything. Stop lying, people. I truly don't want to tell the truth because you build affinity with people, but that is the truth. So my argument at the start when we said we kill our 80s, our hard work, people know for, so we just want it now and follow man. You understand me? That is what we are into now. So we cut the hard work and so we can't learn anything no more. You understand me? Because nobody in a long time, no man want to sit down for say, for instance, we're talking about video and football. No man want to watch a game, if you come out and talk about a football, you must say, oh, that game is too boring. Me can't watch a boring game. You know, football catcher and can't watch a boring game. So then oh my God. Thank God for it.
And to be honest, JD, that's the thing why sometimes with even football guru, right? Like
Yeah.
I can tell based on how him talk that he actually does watch a lot of football, And the thing that I don't understand is if you're watching all of this football, you just speak on what you have watched. Don't try to create things that not even existing. Because that's what kind of disappoints me about him, because the way he speaks and the way he talks, I don't think that he don't watch football. Honestly, I don't think that he just don't watch any football, because he have too many I mean, I know you can just look it up, but he's quick in terms of like some of the answers that he has. So I know that he has some knowledge of the players and watching them and things like
Guru's
that.
Guru is just biased. So Guru, because look, when he was shocked, because
No, but I'm saying when you watch the football and you watch it with a certain feeling already in your heart,
yes.
then you
But
ever
Jason, the feeling I'm Jason comes from the age of me, Jason. A long time in there, In there from TikTok, the same account, A long time there.
No, I know it has a lot to do with you, because when he comments even on my channel, he always puts it in the context of you are the reference point. You are the reference point. So I'm saying, you're at least you're not like Imaxit, or at least you're not, like it's always rooted in something that you and him have had in the past.
Believe me, a long time in there's a fight. A long time. But what I say, Jason, is the thing about TikTok and Football Guru, he can't see past certain things because he already get himself caught up in it. You see, just a while ago when he named out 5 names, I said, no, but East and Shamar, today I would put them over Mothersille. Him couldn't argue, You know why? Because the 2 local barns that. Him just switch to a next 18 point. Because what him never realize, him not get true him believe in it so much, him skip over my actual fair points them that have always given local barn players. Him just never listen to that. Him just listen to what him not like. You understand me? Yeah, you heard that just said, Jason? Him listen to what him don't like. So him can consistently eat on me. So when I answered him straight, him don't even realize, him just cut and gone. I say, yeah. I explain, say, football, I do it on. Because I saw what East did, and I thought that East had a bad job done to him in the national team, and Shaman Nicholas had the goals already. I explained my points, All right, Billy, well, let me get some of the comments him, because I saw, Umbrella said, I saw it go on JD. Every who have them tick a bush. I don't understand what he's saying there, but he's going to follow.
Lower down, you have one that don't have a saying.
Over 8 billions people on earth, and no 2 person like thinks the same, Jason and JD. No, but you missed the point of what we're saying. There is no way somebody come, and there is no place on earth that a person said he doesn't do something and then talk on the thing. or he doesn't know about that thing none at all, and then talk on the thing. It doesn't happen, umbrella. So sometimes you need to listen and don't come off from just the top of what someone says. All right? Imaxit, me say YouTube bloggers are a bunch of hypocrites because YouTube block me for my opinion on football because me not agree with them. No, but Travis, me unblock you, and it's because you tell me about my mother, and me can play the voice note. Me still have the voice note, you know. And you tell people, say, you tell my mother and I'm bad me up, you know. Me can play it now, you know, Travis. You want to show the people say I lie, you tell lie there?
Jenny, I think Travis need to understand, say, when I hate him on YouTube, you know, I actually enjoy some of the comments where Travis has
I think Travis figured it out
you
in
know?
the end, but all right. So Guru said, JD, I am still trying to see how you have benefited Jamaica or Jamaican football with all your negative. All right, me, I am negative. So Guru, me I gotta show you. I can't go into certain details, but clearly you figure out, say, I am way bigger than what you first thought. Even last week you thought that I never had no contact with the players then. Now you realize you're very much, you miscalculate me. You realize that I'm way humbler than what you first thought. Because you thought that if I had contact with the players them, I would have brought them on my screen and I would have put up everything that I had to show off. But you realize that I'm a very much humble person when you saw it for yourself. All right, so the first thing, Guru, a lot of people call me when they reach overseas, Guru. You see, when all of you Jamaican liars them, no, I'm talking about a specific bunch. Some liars that get into the kids' head and sell them for whatever they want to sell them, and them left astray. The only person they remember in their mind are the person where them could have resonate to. And I meet them call Guru. And I can promise you, all of them players, they can come up and talk that. I meet them call. And literally say, oh, I never, when me hear it, me they hear people beat you, and I say, oh, you fight against Jamaican youth, never realize that you have the most information to give the youth them, and you are so accurate. And that's why me and 3 to 4 local born players becomes good friend, very good friend, Guru, local born players. Because they are saying that this is what I needed to know before I left. Not when me over here and then in the queue with 18-year-olds and me little bit older than them or more older than them, and then end up in all sorts of problem. So Guru, sometimes telling the truth bring you way further away and give you more respect. So me maybe not be liked. Maybe not be liked to a lot of no. But you see my respect from a lot of these players way higher than what you think, Guru. And believe me, one day you're gonna figure out how big I am. I never needed a job in the JFF for nothing.
What I said earlier. What I said earlier
I'll come back to you for that. Can you stamp and sign it for me?
Hold on the pastor.
Benson.
So yeah, what I see you said that you watch more football than anybody I will ever know, right? And he said I also have my views when I watch. But the thing is, Guru, I might have my views, but my views are something to do with football. So in other words, I might have a certain aesthetic or a way of playing that I think is the ideal way to play.
Yes.
That's different from me saying, I'm going to watch this player and give him a different grade because of his address. And that's what we are talking about.
Yeah.
That is the main thing. Of course, you're going to have different opinions on football players. That's why we have channels that talk about football. Because if we were to do right now for the last part of the show, let's do a top 5 ever. It would be different for a lot of people. Yeah. And that's not what I'm referring to when I say differing views. I am referring to, I am not going to grade a player a certain way because of their address. And I feel like in this YouTube space for Jamaican football, too many of us who have a voice do that. And we need to get away from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason.
But before I go,
yeah, go ahead.
Jason, look how him come here the other day. Him said to me when you asked me a question about Aston Villa, and I said, Jason, I saw the up tempo from Aston Villa with the transitions, and they are looking very much dangerous. So they are going I'm picking them from a wild card, but because of the games them that they have, I am not so much sold. And you know what Guru said? Because them in a seventh, them not gonna win. That's all I'm saying now. Because I'm in a seventh. I mean, say, Guru, you have to have something more than that. Because the injuries and the time when people come back in and the time when they start to click, all of that counts. You understand me? So and look what they went on to do to Newcastle. Now I ask you about Aston Villa. Are you going to forcefully keep the same stance, or are you going to change your opinion on it?
And in that same moment, JD, we said to him that, listen, yes, they are seventh. That's a fact. We can't take that fact away. But context matters. Look at the table. The team they're playing next is in third. And if they win that game, guess what? They go over that team. Mm-hmm. So you're acting like it's this big mountain they have to climb. If they win 2 games, they're probably solidified in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, the statement was a good statement to make for his argument.
Yes.
But when you add the context to it,
counter, Jason, our counter today we can attack him now and say what you have to say about Aston Villa now. You understand me? We can attack him on the counter. Go ahead. Hold on. Let me get one, Shaban. Sorry about that. Let me just get the few comments.
Yeah.
I think Trevor Spencer said, JD, no bloggers local or diaspora can tell me what. No man, we never said that, Travis, man. We never said that.
Yeah.
And Umbrella says, JD and Jason, take my foolish advice and start telling people truth who can handle the truth. So how can we change something? And Mr. J said, just like how they will beat City today. But Mr. J, you see him I try to do, Jason? Unnecessary fight him I try look, you know. But what did I say, Jason? I said Aston Villa is playing better than City. That's what I said in the video, you know. So I think it's still possible for them to do something. The video is there. So I never over-eyed City. You go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Guru I said down there, so say the truth is subjective, JD. It is only your truth.
No.
Earlier. Wait now, JD. Earlier, when you gave your opinion on the footballer them name where he put out, you know, you had your opinion about Mothersille, but at the same time, you tell him the truth. You tell him the truth. You said to him, say you would have put Shamar and Javan East above him right now. You know, it is this is why the one of the major reasons why I'm on your platform. Because you're not being subjective, you know, with the truth. You tell the truth. You have an opinion, but when it comes to the truth, you gotta tell the truth. A lot of vloggers or a lot of bloggers or whatever they want to call them, you know, they are subjective. They let their emotions rule. You know, and Guru come here with a narrative that you curse out the local players them. There's no such narrative here. You know, one of the things that you always talk about, football education. Major thing in Jamaica. Football education for the younger people them. You address even years now, you address the fact how we are going to finance certain aspects of these things to get the kids them where they should be. Remember, say your platform even a sponsor some of the football.
Yeah.
What you call them?
I forgot
You know?
to tell. I forgot to say how much thing we have sponsored because he asked me. Oh,
Exactly.
I help Jamaica football. I did. I don't even remember about those things. Yes, Football Guru. I don't think we are the channel that sponsors the most things. Maybe one of the people that sponsors the most thing in Jamaica football. Period. Like period. Just period. Football Guru. And I never even remembered about that. So thank you, Siobhan, for me to add that to my bill too as well. See, Guru.
Travis,
You don't give me credit.
One of the things we more than love for us as Jamaicans to have an opinion, but not try to tear down somebody. And that's the narrative where I come with. I have an opinion, me not try to tear down that person. You understand? You know, my opinion might differ from your opinion, Travis, but me not gonna tell you things, me not gonna go way out of my way for tear you down. You know, all that we want to see this football thing successful. How is it going to get there? You know, we are gonna stay up on the internet and quarrel about local, foreign, local, foreign. That not help. What are we doing to help? We are donating no money. We are help anybody. You know, it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, man. So I think Guru, the narrative can stop there. You know, the narrative can stop there. Me no need for benefit of nothing Jamaican local football. But I've always said when we had the chance, like back in the days when we were playing football, I thought that we should have gotten a fair shot, and you had people blocking the way for us. You know, so my stance here is to make sure everyone have an equal chance. Yes, I would say that I've kind of swayed away from that because I never knew about overseas players so much when growing up. But once I understood that, I understood what was best for Jamaica. And that was to get the best players possible on a roster. And every coach came here, it doesn't matter what they're doing, their first initial statement is they're trying to get the best players. Obviously, things can change here and there, you know, but you have to show people grace, if Guru, you know. Guru. All right. Well, Guru, if you think bad of us, no problem. You have your fraction that you like a lot more, which is okay. But you can't rewrite me out of this space. This space was invented by me. What you're seeing today, invented by me, pretty much. Not Simon, not anybody else. It was invented by me. What you're seeing today, invented by me. What everybody doing is a fraction of what I have done. So at least I did put a blueprint to bring Jamaica football worldwide. Simon was doing his thing, but what I brought to this space was, and other people enhanced what I brought. But it was my simple idea just to get Jamaica great again. Nobody even believed. The JFF said they're not taking any talk from YouTubers, Jason, when we just come here. They say they are not interested in a YouTuber. Players not going to play. No player no want to play for Jamaica. This, that. Everything started right damn here. So, Kieran hate me and go to other channels. It started here because I started the other channels them too as well. As what I've said, it was on 3 damn channels. And what I did bring was something different. And if I never came overseas, I wouldn't have the ability to think that way. So sometimes exploring gives you a different level of knowledge. So stop with this overseas fighting. Because we get money from overseas, our family is more educated to pass back the knowledge back to us and make us in better people. I think overseas have done more for us than what we did for ourselves. I be honest. You know, so believe me, people, man. I'm telling you. That's what Cranky said every time I go on vacation, I get more safa. It's not more safa, it's more enlightened, you know? And that's just pretty much what it is, man. So we are here talking about Mothersille. I talked about Dixon just the same. The truth is, Dixon just not doing what Mothersille doing. So he can't get the same cover as Mothersille. I can't just make up stories to talk about Dixon because everything is going to be rooted in fantasy. You understand me? He said, Carla, you must not be new. Go watch. No, I think Trevor and they are a long time with me. You know,
if he said that, make him speak. Make him speak, JD.
Hold on there. So, hold on there, Guru. Why am I always push back on the local thing? Because I don't like, Travis, the truth is, I think, majority, let me tell you what I truly think, Travis. Some people can clip me here. And I think you guys know what I think. I think you guys thinking too much fantasy. That's what I actually think, Guru. Because everything what you say, it can't be proven. Every time when you tell me about a new player, me can't see nothing on it. But me hear Jason, last week I come and say the same thing. Because him figure it out, say, everything where I say is always a fantasy. So over the years, I'm here, Guru. It's always I'm hearing the greatest one. And when I go out there, I see Ethan Pinnock have 64 ball completed and clear 75 this, and just seems like he's more educated than everything else. I say, but this not match up to what me know about football, guru. So sometimes the false sense of security and the false ego wanna have, me does not have it. It's like it just a wither away out of me. So it's like me I be less exactly what I am. Because I'm getting more exposed to the truth. So I'm going to be further away from what local Jamaicans think. Majority, I'm not talking everybody. Because I think I saw Martin, saw Jairus, them and they think out normal like normal human being worldwide. But the overhyping thing, it's just hard for me to just lie to people. Big boss, I cannot lie to people.
Here next thing when we notice, because it's the nature of people in general, you know. But in other space here, JD, all right, let's say you think that people talk bad about the one side or the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you see content that is basically fighting against the side that you normally defend, it's like you have an antenna where just find all of that content. So as you say, Travis said he was with his daughter for a while and stuff, and it's as soon as Pastor come and start beat things now, you hear from Travis in the chat. And I think the same goes for everybody who comments in this YouTube space. If a content creator that is saying things that you are against speaks and put out content, you will faster put a comment under that video saying you're wrong and this and that.
Yeah.
But you might miss all the other people that you think going against what you stand for, you know. You might miss some of the gems that them say, but you might have even agreed with. But because it was that person say it, you don't hear that part. You don't
that's what I just said about Guru, Jason.
Them know you're going to react to.
But Jason, that's what I just said about
Guru. The reason why I said that, JD, is I heard since Pinnock has been on the bench, right? I heard people saying, you won't say no blogger put out a video about this.
Which is a lie.
But Bailey bench that day, or Bailey stubbed him toe in a training and broke him toe. That is the first video out. But the thing is, you know, from when Pinnock was injured, and I'm seeing this Vandenberg guy playing, you know, and I'm saying, you know, when Pinnock come back, you know, because Collins, who Pinnock is normally ahead of every season, Collins been better than Pinnock this season. And I was saying these things on every EPL preview show, but because I don't know, because it wasn't in the title, or I don't know what it is, but them said nobody not talk about it. But because, you know why them not see it? Probably because them don't have me, even though I am in the diaspora part of things based on what Travis said and Guru too. I don't really reason it like that. I look at actual things. So I have been saying that it's going to be a problem when Pinnock come back because this Vandenberg kid looks good and they just invested in him and he's younger. And it's right now they want to bring him as the next guy, and it's between Pinnock and Collins to fight. And that's how it's playing out.
That's fair. So and even the Bailey situation, I've been here talking about Bailey every game. I don't need and when Bailey score, we are part 15 come up. And nobody not talk about the game. So and everybody is full of vibes. And when I'm here talking about the games that Bailey played, trying to be so as what maybe one umbrella said, something says, don't try to force the truth on people that don't want to hear the truth. Maybe that's actually a real statement, you know. But that is just telling me that to pack up and leave. And that's what I can't do because it's I'm gonna look at like a selfish person to say that I had the truth but never give it to my people. And then I am the only one in being up on the hills, living all of these fancy life and living the best life and knowing that my people living a lie when I could have motivated a youth in Jamaica, regardless of what Mr. Guru says, but motivate a youth. Imaxit, I never tell you about no player. Bro, stop tell lies. What are you talking about, Travis? Brother, I don't call the name. JD, you picked on local born Jamaicans. You didn't think Richard could make the EPL too. No, everything is about Dixon. No. You're a liar, brother. And if you know the truth about Dixon,
but the thing is,
if you know about the truth about Dixon, you would have dropped down.
What I've noticed, they would rather you don't say that there's a chance that he's going to need time. They would rather you just say he's going to make it right away. I don't know why, because all they do is get disappointed after. And it's the same thing when we're going to play teams that we're going to give them 6 love, 7 love, 8 love. When we come with a thing now, we say, hey, we've analyzed the teams, and I don't think Jamaica is 3, 4, 5 goals better than this team. Them say, oh, we don't love Jamaica. But it's not that we're just saying it because we love to hear our voices. It's literally looking at history, looking at what the team's doing, watching the games, and we come to these conclusions. Do we have to be right 100% of the time? No. But at least it's coming from a standpoint of, I have watched and done some research, and this is what I'm bringing after the research.
But here Travis call me out. Jason, before I open the panel, what are the 2 topics I said I'm going to talk on? If you remember good, because it's in this video. I said Pinnock not being playing and Leon Bailey not being playing. I literally said that. Travis, please don't lie on me, brother. And before this, I have not been on the internet. I am not a daily vlogger anymore. I'm trying to come back, but it has been difficult because it has been a difficult year for me. What are you talking about, Travis? It's like sometimes I'm too honest. I am too honest. Because I said I'm going to talk about it because I never got a chance to talk on both of the situations. And brother,
oh, me's a hypocrite, Travis. Why? Why me's a hypocrite? But me talk straight. Me no, you know what a hypocrite is? I'm sure you do, because you're calling me one. But how was that hypocritical, what I just said?
Guru, can I stop it? Can I stop it, Guru? What is this unnecessary? Today is the war against me and Jason. Anyways, Guru, the only time I block your Guru is when you be disrespectful. Because the other day you come in my chat and call me a con man. And then me prove one day later say me not just know Mothersille and talk to him as what I've said. Everything that I've said to you is 100% facts. And it was you not following me, so you don't even know. Because you don't look for the good in me. You look for all the bad that you claim that you have in me. Even the same whisper you talk about. Brother, if you ever know the damn truth about that, you might never talk again. You might never open him out. But you ask him, Father. Ask him, Father, and you might never say something bad about me, what me say about Whisper. You might never say that again. And maybe you might figure out how much I have done for Jamaica football. All right? Yes. Because every damn thing on the hype about, I have a significant part to play in it. All right? And I'm going to leave it right there. All right, right there. So you need to go and check who I am before you jump and say these things. If you say I talk a certain way, maybe it's the way I express myself you don't like, which is fear. I have never pushed back on that. But you try to discredit me everywhere. The only reason why some of that went through is because people want to benefit. And maybe discrediting me, people can benefit a little bit more. But believe me, you don't know who I am, Guru. And I think a lot of times, you come here with some unnecessary take, all right? Because I prove you one day that you're lying on me. You said I don't know the players them, and I show you that, yes, I do. All right? And what I brought to you was accuracy. You try bring on the player, and I said, just leave it alone, Guru, man. And you can't just come here and just talk football. The other day you talk football, and we enjoy it with you. Just start the man. You don't need to protect the local. I was born in jungle. It can't be no more local. All right? Me just want to see more from the people. What is so sad to ask for? Me don't want to see people talk about Dunn's badness. Me don't want to see people only want easy way out. And then when them flop, them mad. I want to see my people strive. What is bad about that? What is bad about that? Please, on the panel, what is bad about me just want to see more about my people? I've seen Maggie come to Belgium. And me go there. Nobody went there. I saw Tyreek Jimenez come to Belgium. And me go there. Nobody went there. Players want to play for Jamaica. And me them contact. They never contact nobody else. And me try to make it work. People want to represent Jamaica. And me them contact. And me make it work. Then I try to bring my education to the people that doesn't have it and doesn't think it needed. And now paid millions of dollars to prove that it's needed. But I was telling them years before because I had the information to give to them. Yes, maybe I found the wrong way to go at it because I was upset because I can't believe people never knew this. And it was so easy. You understand me? When I came here, man I pull up meter to say the player have to be 50% better than the next player for him to play for Jamaica. Remember, we get that down. And we have to bad up speed and tell them to stop being foolishness. Because speed come here and tell people about it's better to sell one player than make a World Cup. So that means they just take the FIFA money and do whatever they want to do with it. These are the statements they made before. So thank God for we that we can have a damn team. Believe me, not me alone, you, but God for we for stand for something. So Guru, you don't know me, my brother. All right? And me no need for gloat over nothing because nothing what me do is not for myself. All right? And that's what Belgium did for me. All right? Saved me to become a selfless human being. Something that maybe you will never reach in a lifetime. You know, because you just still clog up in that box, Guru. And you're not letting go of it. Let go of it, Guru. Let go of it, you know? You asked me if he has his passport, Guru, and I've answered you the last time. I even gave you updated news the last time. I gave you updated news, and if you had watched my video, you would have heard it. If you had watched my video, you'd have heard it. I literally said to you that I heard from the people that got his papers towards Jamaica, and now it looked like his papers is in process. Because it was a while, they had to talk to his parents and stuff to get his papers because he couldn't get to leave because what he wanted the kid to do is to leave his games and leave his training to come to Jamaica to do this or leave to make appointment to some the man and all him just asked for is just a paper. What if the guy didn't want the paper, Jason? For sure to his employers. That this is what I'm going to do. I'm not just going off to do my passport for no reason because I wanted to go away. You saw them things small, Jason? You saw them things small?
We don't think those things are important. Paperwork and you know, you're getting an asset from somewhere and they want to know how you're going to take care of my asset.
Oh my.
And we are saying, what kind of business you are dealing with? We don't want to tell you nothing. Just send the damn player.
True.
That's how we operate.
Small-minded thinking.
And that is not
what
how
I said
clubs operate
before.
in 2025. That's not how it works. You have to send them what did they do, how much miles him run, what is kilometers, you know, what was the recovery like. They want to see an actual report. And we are acting like they're asking for a lot. No, it's standard practice. And when we talk about these things, we are saying we hate Jamaica. No, we are trying to make Jamaica reach to the standard.
Your Guru said no. Guru said, I know who you are. Someone trying to make money from bashing Jamaica and our football team. Somebody to make money from bashing Jamaica and our football team. From this last 3 years.
We might talk about YouTube? Money?
Yes, him say YouTube of this. I am making money of this to bash channel. I've given away almost over the last 2 years, maybe over $2 million. I have not made 800,000 off YouTube in the last 3 years. I have made more money off Nigeria in 15 videos than what I've made on Jamaica in the last 7 months. Guru, are you mad? You must be
anybody saying
Guru,
that Jamaica
Guru, you must lost
money.
it.
Don't understand how the
lost
YouTube payment structure works.
They don't know, man. They don't know at all.
Oh
There's
God.
no money here.
Oh,
You have to be making millions of views.
No, it's not that they don't know. It's not that they don't know. It is that the dirty bad mind, born out of pure ignorance and the unwillingness to inform themselves and educate themselves is on display. It's not that they don't know. Because anybody who wants to know, the information is right at hand. Full stop.
All right, so Guru
You
keep
see
on
what?
lying. So Guru keep on spazzing out. He say no, that is what you say, but you have no proof of getting anybody for Jamaica. At least one of them would be on your show. But Guru, they never needed to come on my show. Everybody's on my Instagram when I'm posting. They're telling me thanks. They saw it, Guru. You is the only one.
You don't have to prove nothing to them money at JD. Enough of them money in Jamaica. JD, enough,
Yeah,
even me can admit, enough of win at Jamaica not doing nothing to football.
But Marty, we are flapping
buying
it.
two tickets for Gas Stadium. You buying 2 tickets for Gas Stadium. Cause enough man love jump and buying ticket for Gas Stadium, you know. That now do nothing to Jamaica football. Most of we when I chat,
They're not
if I
no
make
ticket, they don't give away ticket
passer,
with
they are all
JFF.
long attack. JD, pastor, me just rant. If they are long attack, pastor. Enough of them money just have chat off them more, JD, and have to prove nothing. You see, one thing in a life, don't prove nothing to no man for please. No man can enough of them money just attack. You see what the biggest, may I watch a comment all along, you know, JD. I don't know what come to my mind. Remember when
go ahead.
YouTube just start, and one of the biggest thing where that spread on YouTube is that the player them young and them do not want to represent Jamaica. That was the first big narrative.
That was the first narrative, yes. Yeah.
When we come on Jamaica, me I say the players were young and they do not want to play for the national team. Bam! YouTube start and people say, the player them don't want to come. The under 20 thing that happen with Dexter. You see from that happen and the influx of player them are coming. Mighty God, the narrative switch. The player them not committed now. The same player them say they young and never want to come play. Them are fight out player because one I factual thing, just like Omar Hutchinson to play the under 20. Them prolong the man passport someone to play the under 20. JD, these man, them just, that's why me rate people. We just talk frank and say, they don't want no Jamaican players. But you see this narrative thing, better them just come on. My point is better than just come out and say, yo, we don't want, better than come on that and people just know say you that. Say, and you don't want no local player, none tal. You don't want no diaspora. But it's not nothing but it's not nothing but that, JD. And the next thing, what the next lies and the hypocrite with them be. Them are one of the biggest hypocrite because them don't love no youths. If you check most of them money where I comment, it's all about certain set of people who are in a power. And this is Jamaica system. So who live in a Jamaica and want to trick themselves, it's up to them as well, me always say. But me are one of them when me not fool myself. JD, Jamaica is not that great, JD. Jamaican people have fight against each other, JD. If you depend on that man's side, JD, if some of them man, if you depend on that man's side and film player make the side, yeah, them a big friend. But make it is a next Jamaican youth and that player, you and that man is now a friend and film player want make the side. Them a go fight your player, but guess what, JD? All of them are Jamaicans, but guess what? Them still a fight against each other, so all of them just a tell lies to themselves, JD. Look there, if you talk about Butler player, some man get angry and say Butler player them no good. But if a them friend player, JD, them say them friend player them have to make the team. Do panic no, JD. Them man are liars, them are liar to themselves, JD. Them is a liar to themselves.
Yeah, that's
all of them talk about diaspora player, them all a fight against them own. So if them look, means that you were looking at myself and tell, if me looking at myself and say, Martin, you know, say you're that person there, and I need to change because you're this.
Yeah.
Some of them need to looking at themselves and just tell themselves the truth. Because so if JD is not nothing about no local nothing, it's about friend. Jamaica football is about friend. Because you see if this power change in a JFF, you're going to see the same hypocrite them in I chat them. I go fight against some local baller. But when you say it in a JD, you hate Jamaica. You hate Jamaica. JD, don't make nobody come push out your no prove with all of them hypocrite in I chat. Me a man I call JC hypocrite. None of them are the biggest hypocrite in I chat. At least JC stand pan something I not care if a friend. None of them a friend thing, JD.
Yeah.
Cause Butler is a big example. If a car
Yeah.
Butler player them, remember when you come out about whisper, you know, enough of them hypocrite upon it in
And
a
remember
chat,
say
you
me
know.
that bash me
You know,
when them come up
talking
about
about
whisper.
whisper, you know. So
What me I
we
do
are talking
whisper
about
in as
whisper
well?
when no good,
What
you know.
me
Enough of them hypocrite, but then remember that cause Jamaicans, this is the next thing with Jamaicans, JD. Them
I
love jumper hype.
bandwagon, yeah,
Hype.
bandwagon. And me
So,
always exist
alright.
before the
See, before
bandwagon.
board come, everybody that praise Asafa. You see, from board come, my God, Asafa gone way back. And it's just all we be. Why we fool with self and I just all we be, bro. I just it's mindset of the Jamaican people. When stop going like better and love Jamaica more than self. When I want riot. When stop tell lie to the people, them when don't love Jamaica, but when love on the friends. And that's how Jamaican system work. That's why we have gang war. That's why we have Tivoli and we have them and town and man a kill off each other. It's not about now Jamaica, it's all about friends. Who you love at the time, JD, who you can benefit off of. A Jamaica system that whoever in the chat I say Jamaica move from that, bro. You deceive yourself, and me I tell you, it is way at the back of the line. And I need some look check in your mind. JD, don't make nobody change your mindset.
Yeah,
And
man.
me living in Jamaica. Jamaica is now different. Jamaica is no big difference where people are chatting and chat make it sound all about. All we are haters. See, the big boat where them are profit, the man them thief them bought money. The same politician them had for them hands in it. But them glorifying, but you see from him talk about him money, everybody hate bolt. Not him not fi talk about him money.
Him for the shut up and go on
That's
with
us
business
all we be
because
bro. So
yeah.
JD, I don't really run, but it makes sense because this is
No, man,
just us.
we're hearing, we're
And
hearing, man,
anytime
and
Jamaican admit it, most the football people them admit it. It's just us. If you just not like the man, them just say they don't like the man them because every time the man them prove say them can't come and they want to come, them not committed, them not this, who better than this, who better than that. Bro just say, bro, we
People,
just not want them.
yo,
Just not want them, bro.
and as you talk about Bolt and the hype of the month, it's like when you forget when the man did a throw off him chain and them a say, what did I idiot boy about him a throw him chain? What am I do? You don't remember that in 2004 when him a run
Jason Kuno,
and never
yeah,
get out.
Jamaican people are we are the biggest people. Every single one of them in our chat. Every single one of them will love chat. I one of the biggest hypocrite people them in them. We hate each other so till. So that's why I always ask them the question, what them a fight for? Because when they are fight for is a lie. Because even when
Sure.
when they sit down and look at themselves, when I see beer darkness to own people.
Martin,
Bro, so when they are
Martin,
fight for? When they are fight for, bro? When they are fight
Martin,
for, and stop telling themselves lies, man. And come off of this, man. And lift up.
Martin. Me I tell you something,
yes,
guys.
yeah.
Couple years back, my dad suffered from a disease called Guillain-Barre syndrome. And I went to a couple family members for ask for help, for saving life. Me did have a big insurance payout coming, right? And all of the family members when me turn to for ask for help, none of them help him. You know when me end up and get the money from? This Chinese man where my dad used to work for. I never met this man a day in my life. His son come to me and give me 500,000 in my hand, JD. 500,000 in my hand. And
Sad
all
to
of the
hear.
family when I turn to never help me. This goes to say that we need to move away. As the Virgin Martin talk, it touched my heart. We need to move away from all of the negative movements that we have. You know? Everybody want, like most of the people on the platform right now, me know want the best for Jamaica. But
Of
at the same
course.
time,
Of course.
a lot of them are cling to some little negative thoughts. They need to let go all of this negativity.
Trevor, boy,
I come to the
me tell
platform
you, me tell
positive.
Jason, me tell JD and most pass and Alan, you see this thing is more than just the football. The mentality of the people them, it just spring over into the football, but the mentality we are seeing at the football is just with mentality overall. Even sometimes I have to looking at myself and say me have the mentality. But what the difference? Many people now go check themselves, Siobhan, and say them have the mentality and be true to themselves. And they see a man like me say me have the mentality, them are gonna call me hypocrite. But them don't know the meaning of hypocrite. Are the one who have the mentality and don't acknowledge so them have the mentality. Are them are the true hypocrite. One man will acknowledge him false and not be a hypocrite. Are the one will know him having false and will always hide him false behind. And them are the true hypocrite. So and Siobhan, everybody have them opinion. And this are the next biggest problem we want to come on JD and say, you see this opinion thing, Travis Special, you have no sense, so me can't chat to you. Because if it was to you, everybody in Jamaica did. Siobhan, the next thing, what the next hypocrite statement where they make in this YouTube space, this opinion thing. Bro, I don't work off an opinion in my life. It's only the truth. And I see if me I struggle to come up to the truth, I may have the problem. But the truth is never the problem. So the mentality of this opinion thing is stupidness. They can't tell a man about opinion this. Opinion what? Opinion what, bro? You gotta tell me say your opinion said the sky green and you said the sky blue and me if you just say, all right, I'm up. No, bro, that's stupidness.
So you said the opinion
if
has to be
come up to the truth, I mean the problem.
Martin,
it's not the truth of the problem. I mean the problem.
Martin,
go on, JD.
So where you say the opinion has to be rooted in something, not just a baseless conversation. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, you have a great opinion, so your opinion. Your mind to your mind and the opinion that don't mean say right. There's laws in the universe. So you can't just have a vague opinion, JD, and the universe of laws done to have laws.
Martin, and that me and JC that say. So them just want, we agree with that fully. And everybody, you can't, my opinion, and everybody have to have an opinion. Oh yeah, everybody have an opinion, but some deserve to be listened to. Because if it's not be rooted off something, you're just gonna say, okay, me gonna speak football for talk on, but me gonna talk anything more want to talk. And the title say, for instance, me say Greenwood, but me talk about something just completely different when I have nothing to do with football, nothing to do with the reason, in a connected nothing. Me just have a talk. Because
really, that's what me tell you. I don't care nobody. The same God up in a evil, JD. Call man fool. A man, God say, a man who don't believe in a God is a fool. So a man who have an opinion say God is not real, is not real. It don't really matter if him have an opinion that God the creator don't see him as a fool. So why me if see him as somebody where me have to see him as a fool too? Because that is the universal law, JD. So this man with this opinion thing, JD, you know me turn already. My mind not in a them crab in a barrel or something where them people are in a. My mind pass a level a long time because me pre-life different. And guess what? Me the inner Jamaica. Me never yet fly upon a plane. But my mind come out of the barrel because me set my mind on truth. Even if me not come up to the truth, I will never fight against the truth. That's it. I'm a jumper. Big up. Me and I chat
so
again.
We have 10 more minutes. We have 10 more minutes and we're done, people. I forget some food. All right. So people, the people I'm saying I don't need to prove nothing to you because everybody knew my history here. And as what I've said, I am simple. I am not trying to rush anything. Every player that I've talked about have been visible. So I told you, so you can go and find the player them and ask them. And you're going to come up to the wrong truth that you don't want, you keep avoiding over the years. So you can do your own research if you tend to just don't want to believe me. All right? Because I'm not trying to force you to believe me. And as it relates to the YouTube thing and Nigeria and Jamaica money, I can tell you, brother, just stop. Jamaica give me 1,000 views. Nigeria give me 150,000. All right? Yes. And CPM for Nigeria is not lower than Jamaica's CPM. So please stop. Please stop. All right? You don't check nothing. And CPM is all based on who is watching your damn content. You see, you're misleading. You're literally misleading. You get me? CPM, if you're talking about Nigeria, everybody from America watch it, you're going to get American pay. That's where it is. So listen good, see, brother. One have a zillion people, and one have 3 million, brother. Sometimes stop, try to talk through it, and listen good. You said that I'm attacking players. This stream, as I've not attacked any player. We are talking good, and you come and disrupt the peace. All right? So we are going to continue doing our job, building beautiful streams, and you're going to be sad because you're going to see all the people coming here and showing you that we are not fighting against anybody. All right? Yes, because you said that's a problem, you know. So no, we are not fighting against anybody. So just come here and talk football as to what we're talking now. We don't want to hear you talk about anything else because we're not fighting anybody now. All right, me a reason with man unproven facts already, and when them can't debate me, them pull the opinion. Yeah man. That happen always. So we have everybody. We are just give everybody in the chat in the Discord their final take. All right, me have to finish it, people, because I have to eat some food. Cause me gonna suffer, guys. All right, yeah man. And respect for all the people that likes the video, share, and subscribe, alright? Yeah, and always remember, we not have to prove nothing to nobody. None at all. I just wanted to prove to him, so him feels sad in himself, and that's why I came out and proved to him that, brother, you don't know me. I am not the average way. I am far out of what all the average thinks, alright? So him go back and him vex for a whole day and him come back again in part 2 foolishness. So Chevon, Jason, and Pastor, sorry Jason for bringing in this unnecessary war, but this is what Travis and the football guru does. Alright? So I never wanted you to be on my platform a war with them. Alright? Yes, because they tend to be more respectful over your platform. Alright?
No problem. It's all in discussion.
No, I don't like to bring people to my beefs, you know.
Yeah, man, no problem. I mean,
All
look,
right.
when I forward on the program, I know it puts me in a certain light, and it's a light that I'm okay with. That's why I don't shy from coming to the program.
Well, I need to
fine.
need to put a paper, make a sign it, you know, because me no want them see me kill a career from them accepting it, you know, because a lot of people run away from me because I had to stand on the truth. You understand me? Yes.
If my footballing takes and opinions don't get me acceptance, then I'm okay. I don't want acceptance for other reasons. You know what I mean?
Yes, real baller. Your statements, I don't even care about it. Cause Nigeria also have more thieves and scammer. Real baller, I try to say that on a stream, and you know what Jamaicans on the chat tell me? No, them have more thieves and scammers, and they were fighting to prove that they have more thieves and scammers. So all right, so your little false hope we have.
They want you to be the best at that as well.
No, you can't say I'm a fool to not think about other point of view. I've listened to your point of view. But if I've proven that the fact is here, and you want to still give me a different point of view, even outside the fact, sometimes, Guru, you have to let go of that. You have to learn to let go of that. Yeah, go ahead, Jason, and Chevon and everybody. I'm done speaking now, you know?
Yeah, so I will just go first. So I didn't really speak much on the Mason Greenwood topic, which was one of the topics of the show, and you know, I'm starting to get a bit perturbed by the amount of different places keep on coming with the same news about switching. I don't know. I don't know if you can remember another thing like this, but it's been like 6 months straight now of different places saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of strange to me how it's all been coming out into the public. It's interesting as well that in the article, from Roy Simpson. So there's still some outstanding documents to be sent or signed or whatever the case is. My sources have told me otherwise, but the news from the JFF is coming out different. I am wondering though that based on his last words, which I actually agree with Travis on this, that Roy Simpson said a bit too much in that interview in terms of like, you know, exactly what was missing so that people could paint people in Greenwood's camp in a bad light. I don't think it was handled correctly by the part of the general manager. So I agree with Travis there. So it is possible, people. You can disagree with people for things and agree with them on certain things. That is actually possible,
Yeah,
right?
but
So
I had said that because I'm not just Travis. I'm not agreeing with Travis on that topic. I am calling out the man that's speaking, because even the same statement he said, or the family said, we should not talk on nothing until it's completed, but yet still going out there talking on it as well. So it's not just Travis said it. We had said it
and
earlier.
that's exactly what I was getting at. If it is a case in the article, like he's saying, that the family has asked for us to refrain, I would like to know, first thing, before you did the interview the first time, did you not have any correspondence with the family from then? Because you said in that interview that you talk to them all the time, and everything is good and the relationship is good, but you don't understand why this one farm don't come. So in your dealings with them before, when everything was good, they didn't let you know that they didn't want you talking about it in the media. So that's the first thing that never makes sense to me. You say you have a conversation with them and you're talking with them and you don't know why this one farm don't reach. But now in this current statement now, you're saying that they're asking for us to refrain from talking about it. So what changed from that time to now? Maybe it's the backlash that the mother received. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I just find that hard to believe that you had been talking to
And
them
why
from the beginning,
what he needs to
and
do?
now you are aware of the fact that you can't talk about it in the public because that's their wish. That's what they would prefer. So how them never tell you them wishes from the first time you talk to them? I don't understand that. So there's a disconnect there, which is
Yes.
usually the case whenever we hear people talking out to the JFF. When you poke holes in what they say, it don't add up, it don't match up. And that's the same situation
But
we're dealing with Mason now,
Jason,
because
yeah, because maybe people start, and what they need. Believe me, some of these fans are saying some things that are accurate. They need to stop giving information to people to push
Yeah.
narratives. And
Yeah.
sometimes the family am getting back the information, and that is where a lot of these things are coming, because people watches these channels. I am not asking
Yeah.
you, I'm telling you, people watches these channels. All right? Yes. So
yes,
you're on to something,
and
Jason.
my,
You're
my
on to
last
something.
point, my last point on that you just brought up, I have to hold my hands up and apologize, because there was a time when I first got to this space and I heard people saying, people don't understand the power that the YouTubers have, and people don't understand the power that these chats have and the fans in the chat. I used to always be somebody saying, I don't believe that. Like, I feel like these people should be able to know that, some stuff is fan speak and some stuff is other speak. But I
Yes.
have to hold my hands up and say that's not true. I
Mhm.
have seen, now that I'm in the space, some people
And
that
you have gotten
contact me,
proof. And you have gotten proof.
some people that contact me let me know that the people them are more in tune than we think with this
Yeah.
Jamaica YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
And I
Jason,
had to get
England.
in it myself. I had to get in it myself and have a platform where people can reach out to me outside of the stuff. And that let me know that, wow, so there actually is more power in these programs than I thought. So I hold
Jason.
my hands up, people, and say, I
So
had to
pretty much
learn that
what
myself.
no, you never learned yourself. Stop the extra. You know it from long time. Cause you have people where in the JFF, you've been around for a while, so you know. You just wanted to
No,
think
but
you
but
want to
it,
learn
it,
it
it hit
yourself.
differently. It hit differently when you are in the situation, Lord
Okay,
JD.
okay.
That's all.
No,
Yes, I had an
I get what you're
inkling
saying.
and a
Yeah, but
feeling,
you
and
had
I,
the
I
proof. You
probably
had the
knew.
proof a long time. You had the proof. I'm not
Yes.
gonna let you get away with it. You had the proof a long time. But
Well, look,
what I
it
wanted
it
to
it,
add to you,
it
Jason, what I wanted to
uh-huh.
it to people. So when the vloggers them come out with certain things, the family know the discussion that they had with the
Yeah.
JFF, so they know
Definitely.
exactly what being said. All right, so people should know the truth. So sometimes it's narrative to make people don't want to play, push people to the end wits, because believe me, people, a lot don't think that a lot of these things are foolishness. I'm telling you.
Um, JD and Jason, this is my final scene. One thing I've come to realize since moving to England, a lot of these footballers, they move with their family, they move with the friends, they move with a close network of people. And a lot of the people think that they don't have an inkling of what is happening in Jamaica, but trust me, they do. Me sit on platforms, And me see them a like even small people platforms they in the on. Me see them a listen. Me see people even a talk over here. I talk about how people disrespect the kids, you know. Because I'm not far from West Ham. I'm not far from something. There. So people tell me their experiences and their thing there, and even people go so far to say, boy, even the Omari Hutchinson thing, you know, people did go so far to want even threaten the youth because of indecisions, you know. So people need to learn how to behave and interact, and the GFF need somebody but professional enough to give the people them as much but not too much that it direct them to a specific person. Because imagine everybody has it on the internet that the man mother are stopping from get where you forget right now, and a lot of people making comments, you know, towards the mother. You know, them don't know how difficult them a make the process for the youth. Even if he did want to move or move over, them a make it real difficult. Because me as an individual, I would take it personal if somebody was mentioning my mom, my family, you know, I would have an issue. So people need to learn how to interact and behave. And even if you feel offended by something, just let go. You know, make the process, due process go. If it doesn't come, I just so. If it come, I so. We have, and that is it. I'm out.
All right, so we're gonna finish it, people. Dr. Gigi, please call in early, you know, because my kid have to go to bed, and I'm going to mash up some food very fast. I'm gonna give Pastor the final take. Yes, Travis, I'm just saying it's powerful, man, and it reach up very far place in a man, you know. And sometimes maybe it is intended, and I don't want you to get in the mix up to be a part of the people. I try to stop people to come and play because I don't see you as that. I just know that you give your real opinion, but some people are here, Travis, to try and put a spanner in that work if they can. I don't know, and they're ones balling out saying that they're the ones helping Jamaica, which make no logical sense. You understand me? Yeah, but I'm gonna finish right there. I'm glad that other
Let
people
me
get information. Go ahead,
let me
Pastor.
let me say this before I go into this building. It is the highest level of stupidity coming from somebody who is sitting at a place where you say they're an administrator, that a client would give you some instructions and you're publicly stating that you got the instruction from the client pertaining to the deal, and whilst you are saying what the client requires, you are doing the opposite of what the client requires. If I were Roy Stimson, I would have tendered my resignation and migrated from Jamaica. But this is what has become the norm. And actually, what is the definition of the Jamaica Football Federation and its goons that run the football in Jamaica. Have a good day.
All right, so thanks, Jason, Chevron, Pastor, Martin passes through, and all the individuals in the chat. We might fight and everything. As I've told the people, I've gone on the next vacation and I became even more humbler. You know, I soon transform into Kendrick Lamar. Fully. I am still wholly by inches taller than Kendrick Lamar, but you know what I meant, you know? Yeah, so I'm not in any fights with Guru and all of those foolishness. You know, I'm just trying
JD,
to
the man them say, you're so meticulous in your planning, but you need to include your food intake before the stream, you know?
But I never planned it for the 3 hours 30 minutes. We said 2 hours. 2 hours is enough for me to give all of my information.
That is true.
It's when the war start after, and we extended 1.5 hours. That is enough, you know. Yeah. Who was it said that Hutchinson would surely be here? Uno know everything? No, nobody said that Hutchinson was surely being here. You're trying to spin a narrative. The videos are still there. We said wait until the player can't come or decides that he doesn't want to come. All right, that's it. Nothing else. We said the man and family make the decision, and it's the same thing. The same thing. All right, stop trying to create narratives, bro. I don't know what you're fighting for, but it's sad at this point. Yeah, man. So respect everyone. Thanks. We don't want any baller who see Jamaica as what goes on YouTube. All right, no problem. All right, people, thanks very much. Please do hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Take care, and take care of your mental health as well. It's very much important. Bye-bye.